Trash to Cash podcast. What episode is this? 108?
Yeah.
Not even
107, 108? Yeah, 108. How's it going? I'm Dave, the AI Picks podcast guy.
Yeah.
With me, as always, is Kevin, the common wealthy picker. And down below, we got the Ducks Fly Together Care Bear. How's it going, boys?
Good.
Welcome
How are you,
Trash
man?
to Cash. I'm doing great. I got a bill from Bonanza today. Literally, they sent me a bill.
Really?
I'm shocked it didn't come
Did somebody
in the mail.
hand deliver it to you, like
horseback
or something?
Yeah, no, it's just literally a bill that says time to review and pay your bill. I owe them $15.38 for something.
Yeah,
I don't know what.
Never pay
the
that.
Carrier pitch. I'm never paying it. They're gonna have to take me to
kicked
small
you off,
claims
never
court
pay it.
for that $15. Like
them
I am
pursue
going
you.
to debt collection for that.
You're gonna make them lose more than $15 per suit.
Credit report is ruined. No
Credit report. Yeah. Let me turn you up a little, Kev. Kev's in a different setting, so his mic sounds a
where
little
is
bit
Kevin?
different.
Have you been kidnapped or something?
Dave is quiet and Carrie's yelling, but that's pretty much, it's better
Sorry.
than both
Oh,
of you
is it?
yelling.
Okay, so I'm quiet. Let me turn Carrie down a little bit.
I can turn.
That's always good.
No, it's good. All right, is that better, Kevin?
Yeah, you
Carrie,
seem
say
low,
something.
Dave, a little bit. Honestly, I don't know why.
I'm low on purpose because I was peaking hard last week. How's this? A little better?
That sounds like
A little
something we
better?
probably shouldn't discuss on the podcast.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes, I
Can you hear me now? Okay.
I look
So we'll do
fat
it that
from
way.
this angle. I don't like
You
this.
do.
I feel like
You
I
do.
got
I
a belly
was-
on me.
I was gonna mention it. I was gonna. That was like.
You look huge.
I know.
Guys,
Oh my God.
But I meant like you look like you've been working out. Looks like you're on the Texas
Yeah.
Tornado Iron Claw diet right now.
Picking and punching diet.
Picking and punching.
So speaking of picking and punching and having nothing to do with him, that's
Yeah.
that's not what this has to do with. Why is my lighting weird? Everything's broken today. Kevin screwed us all up here.
What are you talking
Kevin, I
about?
actually was watching
can
one of your
leave.
videos today. I was
Oh,
watching one of your
leave.
videos
Like
today.
y'all left me.
And we left you?
Et tu,
Was
Brute.
this at the swinger thing?
See the knife in my back? Podcast
You
without me.
really
Oh,
want
the
to talk about
podcast
Blade
without
Runner?
you.
Do you? I don't think
The
you do.
podcast without you, yes. Okay. Now I know what he's talking about. Okay.
You
So
watched the
yes, we
video?
are doing
Oh,
we
you
are
wanna do
doing
that then, okay.
well, you brought it up. We're doing another podcast.
I brought it up.
It's,
Look at your name.
it's called
Yeah,
the
it is
AI
true.
Picks podcast.
I was trying to
and
bring us together with a Mighty Ducks reference, but Dave is tearing us apart.
We're not going to talk about it. We're not going to talk about any of this. We have something else we need to talk about. I've created a presentation, a PowerPoint presentation.
No, you didn't
and
really?
Every good podcast starts with a,
Yeah.
a PowerPoint presentation.
I love it.
Now,
I
here's
love
the
it.
thing, guys.
Gosh.
The
It's
Trash
like
to
the,
Cash Winter Bash.
It's like that thing you
Okay.
do font, like that.
Exactly.
One movie.
Exactly. I think you're really going to like this presentation. Basically, I figured I haven't done a presentation since I left my job, and I needed to. As you'll see, Carrie, one of the best reselling event. I spelt event wrong. I didn't put events,
Spelt?
but I
No.
should have.
It's
So
one
I
of the
didn't
best
put in that
reselling
yes.
event. It's a singular event.
Event in January on the third weekend. So
We're going to
there's some
corner that market.
qualifiers.
I would have been in
Yeah.
Northwest Florida or Northeast.
But I
just
kind of
be
wanted to pitch
technical.
this to you guys because we haven't officially finalized it. If you guys like the idea, kind of the events, the schedule, and the price is a little steep, then we can go ahead and announce it and start selling tickets. So let's get right into it. The plan. Now, the plan. First and foremost.
What's sad is I recognize that.
Yes,
That's
I
what's
love
sad.
it. I love it. I
My
love
nose
this
is not
so
that
much.
big.
Let's not
Not
even talk
big.
about the plan. Let's talk about old man Kevin.
Well, yeah, so I
Sweater
took an
vest.
actual photograph that Heather took of Kevin working at his drafting desk, and this is it. So if you're listening, you're going to want to see the visuals
It's
here.
I look
Quill
like
in his
Alf.
hand.
Presentation.
Looks like Alf.
Okay, so the plan. Host a
years.
reseller meetup that will be considered the best reseller event of all time. Objectives. Don't lose money.
Yep.
Focus on fun and not learning anything. Give people the opportunity to increase the size of their death pile midwinter. And 4, get evidence that Kevin really is a swinger.
Yes.
So these are the
Number
goals
4
and
is
the
the
objectives.
most important. We need hard, and I emphasis on hard, evidence.
That's right. That's right. Okay, so the schedule. Let's go into the schedule first. 3 days of fun and activities.
I love the AI words, and everything just looks all weird on there.
Okay.
I'm not a bad looking old man. I'm sorry.
No, you're
That's
pretty
not
Hot for
bad.
an oldie.
You'll still be
Carrie-
swinging at that point, from the looks
Yeah.
of
It
it.
I
just
think you'll
won't be
still-
hard evidence anymore.
Yeah. Okay, so anyways, we've got the 3 days of fun and activities, and there's a picture of Kevin working at his calendar. No problem. Okay, so Thursday, January. What? Why are you laughing? Here's
just
another
so
photograph
good.
of Kevin at the bar. And at 7 p.m. on Thursday, we would do a meet and greet at the hotel bar and lobby. Okay, this would be the first event. And, I use Kevin because he's got a bigger following. So I figured if he was in the imagery, it would bring more people to buy tickets.
It is.
Friday. We're
You're like a woman.
What a dashing
9
older
a.m.
man that is. Gosh, you're going to look great in 2 years, Kevin. In 2 years, you're going to look outstanding.
he looks like 100.
Goodwill Bins meetup, no recording. You can take pictures of Kevin, though.
Yeah, okay, so this is Kevin in the bins.
Shirt's a polo.
That shirt is a pretty dope shirt, honestly, with the
It's
collar.
wool with that collar.
got like a
$40
leather
for that
collar.
thing.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got to recover. So yeah, anyways, this is an event we're talking about, guys. So we go to the Goodwill Bins. There's one right in Orlando, so we go there. We all get treasure. We'll do like a little scavenger hunt, maybe, where everyone has to find certain things, like we did in Vegas, Carrie. That sort of thing. We won't even require Carrie to print things out.
Yeah, don't.
After we do that, we'll do that till like noon, till lunchtime. People can go get their own lunch, but then we meet back at the hotel for a live podcast.
Look,
A live
man,
podcast recording.
I'm like 22. I love it.
Kevin looks like, who's that guy? Churchill. Kevin looks like Churchill.
He does. He looks like a less important Winston Churchill. That's for sure.
Okay, so anyways, we do a live Trash to Cash recording at the hotel. We always figure out a way to do
Do I
it.
get a
We'll
mic,
find out
or
a way
is
to do
that
it.
like a dual mic that me and Kevin?
You
are
have like a
sharing?
little lavalier on in this presentation.
Oh, I have a
This
lavalier.
high
This
quality
isn't great
presentation.
podcast material. They can't see
Listen,
it on the podcast.
People need to watch on YouTube.
We're
this
just
part.
They're gonna need to watch this first 10. That's why I did it at the beginning. People can jump over and then they can go back to the audio version. Okay, so let's see. That's 1:30 in the afternoon. Then in the evening, this is an exciting part. Boom! Mini golf at Pirates Cove.
I love it.
Arnold
No,
Palmer.
Kevin.
Kevin gained
Kevin
a lot
Palmer.
of weight in between the bins and mini golf.
Whoa, okay. We stopped at Whataburger, I guess. So yeah, mini golf at the Pirates Cove. The cool thing about mini golf at the Pirates Cove is we're gonna rent out the entire mini golf course place. The whole place will be ours. Private, exclusive, super sexy. And if you're hungry, pizza will be provided.
My wife listens to this on the podcast. She will come over to look at these pictures.
Those
I
are
promise.
so disgusting, but also realistic.
Look how
Look
old
at
his
that.
arms are.
I love it.
Gollum. Commonwealth
I want you to
Gollum.
know that if you're wondering what Dave did with an hour and a half of his day, this is it.
This is why you quit your job right here.
is an hour
It's
and
the
a
best
half of
decision
my
you
life.
ever made. Because this is amazing. This is beautiful. This
Why
is
didn't your
beautiful.
planner do all this?
I don't
One
know.
of these
Okay,
has
so-
to be the thumbnail, though. One of those have to be.
Oh,
the
no,
thumbnails.
don't worry. We have a whole section for that.
Ooh.
Well, not for the event, right? We need an event, hero shots. We've got those
Yeah.
coming up. We're almost done with this, but anyways, we have some pizza. Saturday garage sales.
Ooh, facial hair. I love it.
So basically, thrifting, yard selling, carpooling is encouraged. If you don't have a car, find
Kevin,
someone who
if you
does.
don't have a substantial following or have previously swung with Kevin, you will not be yard selling with Kevin.
Exactly,
We want to put
have
that out
have
there.
the swinger card, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, then we do a live whatnot auction. A live whatnot auction.
That's too good.
At 2 p.m. Somewhere in the hotel or something. Okay, Kevin needs to sell his stuff, so that's what we'll do.
Yeah,
And
Kevin's
then
got
Saturday
stuff to get rid
evening,
of, and you got to pay
We're
for
gonna have a little. Saturday evening,
Aw.
we'll have a fancy high-end dinner
Aw.
event
Look at that.
hosted by Lord
He looks
Kevin.
like a sweet old man. I like that. Look at that.
Yeah,
Wholesome
yeah.
Kevin right
listen,
there.
Yeah, I like that one. I like the one with the
Yeah, you look cute.
bolo.
Just one of the few moments where, reselling or swinging isn't on his mind. Just a wholesome.
that's a
pure
lot
Nothing
of
but
stuff,
ladies
right?
in that room. Just
A
saying.
lot
That
of
is true.
stuff.
That is true.
A lot of stuff packed into the event. A lot of stuff. You get to do a lot of things. You get the free dinner. You get the pizza. You get the exclusive golf club thing. You get bins. All that fun stuff.
What about
Then it
trashy
kind of
hour?
ends.
Oh, we should
Uh,
probably have somebody do that so we don't
We
have
could get the Discord members to try to do that for us, put it together. I like it.
Yeah.
So we could do that, and that would be something we'd do probably Saturday afternoon, like before the whatnot or something. Now, you could stay late if you wanted to. You're in Orlando, so I thought you could go on a roller coaster like Kevin is here in this photograph. Okay. No, his arms, he's
Look at
lost the
that.
capability of lifting his
Exactly.
hands. That's
Exactly.
gone from him.
freshly
Right when he hit
soiled
103.
diapers in this picture right here. Freshly soiled.
And then, hey, Heather, this is what you have in your future. I just want you to know. He's going to be laying down,
early
lifting up the leg,
2025,
wiping
Heather.
the
Early
booty.
2025, right there.
Okay, and then, of course, that's Sunday. Monday, there is the Webster Flea Market just down the road, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's about an hour away. It's excellent. He's like a cobbler. He's a cobbler at the flea market here.
He is. He's just cobbling shoes. That's what he does.
But no, that's enough fooling around. Let's get serious. Let's look at the actual.
Yeah,
I need you guys to pick like which artwork we go with for this ticket website. Like, do we do option 1, which has me and Carrie looking as we do? Yeah, we look great. And Kevin's looking pretty young here, really. Yeah. So that's option 1. We got option 2. Option 2 is looking pretty good.
I like that one.
I'll take that. Give that guy a little more hair, and I'll take that at 80.
We can do option 3. Option 3 would be all right. I look pretty.
I don't
pretty
quite
fit.
look myself. Man, I need to lose like 150 pounds, and that would be me.
And then, of course, option 4. We're a little nervous.
Dalton.
This is because we saw how much.
I'm super old in this one. Honestly, it's pretty good.
Yeah, in this one we saw the pricing.
The second one or this
pricing.
one is what I
What's
said.
wrong with your hand, Dave? That thumb on that thing is a little rough.
Oh yeah, he's got the cobbler
and then
thumb.
last picture. Then we're going back to an audio podcast. Option 5. This is my personal favorite for the cover art, but it's up to you guys. I'm looking hot. I got the ass.
Somehow put some nipples on Kevin. Just so
Yeah.
we can see
Right there in
him.
the middle.
Kevin
Right
looks
in the
like
middle.
Chevy Chase, kind of.
He does look a little Chevy Chase. You look
There's
like
anyways.
grooming going on.
I know you look like Dave looks like the Cuban Missile right there. Look at that guy.
Yeah,
Dang,
exactly.
man.
I'm looking
Heartthrob.
hot. All right, so that's the event, guys. That's the event. And let me see. Can I stop my screen share now? I can. Okay, we're back to an audio podcast.
That brought me joy.
You know how much more
Yeah, that's
handsome
what-
I look now after looking at that? People
You're
will be
looking
like,
you're looking
"He's
young
looking
now. Yeah,
good now.
Yeah.
Like, that is reversed 40 years.
Four, but yeah, 4.
I just think as we progress with this AI thing, every time we ever do pictures of Kevin, he needs to progressively get older. Like in a year, he needs to just be a skeleton.
Well, I was literally typing into AI 99-year-old man at the bar. So, anyways, that's the event. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna release tickets. Okay, so here's the thing. The plan is to have it like based in the Rosen Hotel on International Drive in Orlando. We're getting final pricing. We're pretty confident we can get a group rate, and the hotel rooms could be. We're not sure yet. You have to pay for your own hotel room too. We're thinking it's gonna be like $120 a night for the hotel rooms
And your food and Dave's park admission.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to pay for my theme park admission. No, I mean we're providing as many meals as we can. It just all depends on the finances, but yeah, you'll have to pay for your own food, and it's still expensive. So if no one wants to go, let us know now. It's going to be $150. So the link hopefully will be down below.
I don't think
And if
that's
you wanna go,
bad
wanna
for
go.
having a dinner and having a private mini golf session, and then the possibility
And a lunch
Of
and
time with
go to the
Kevin.
bins. Yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff. Yeah, and the swinging with Kevin. There's a lot
Yeah.
going on there. So I think it'll be fun. Hopefully people can swing it because Kevin wants to swing it.
Oh my god.
Okay, so anyways, we were talking about the AI Picks podcast. That's me and Carrie's new podcast with my friend Barrett. Comes
Yes.
out Friday at like 8 or 9
This
a.m.
Friday, yeah.
I'll put the link down below. Check it out. It's just like this, but a little better because there's no Kevin.
We
know,
were pretty
honestly-
serious in the first podcast. Honestly, it was
You have
fairly
to like
serious.
movies. If you're only into reselling content, you're not going to like that show. It's very movie heavy. So if you don't like movies, you probably won't like it. But if you
It's
do like
literally
movies,
a
if you're-
review, a movie review.
if you're a
podcast.
cinephile, as it were, we're using AI, letting AI pick each movie we review, and then we're going into it. And so you can follow along with us. If you want to listen this week, go watch Blade Runner 1982, the one with Harrison Ford, so that you're ready for the conversation on Friday. And every week you'll know ahead of time what we're going to review the following week.
Barrett
Anyways.
and Brutus and Cassius. It's a great
That's right.
podcast.
That's right. I don't know that reference because
I
I'm
don't know
39.
anything about history, but okay.
Okay, so Kevin is like shilling the crap out of Rolo on his channel now. Have you seen
Oh my
this?
gosh.
He's like,
It's
Rolo,
just-
Rolo.
You got a roller sitting back there, Dave. I see it.
I do. That's just because IDPRT won't write
Use
back. I
my
think they went
link.
out of business.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything from IDRTP.
IDPRT, yeah.
Can I tell you? So I did this inclusion, and sometimes you get inclusions, and people will say stuff like, "Oh,
Inclusion is another word for ad.
yeah,
An
But go
ad.
on.
inside the video."
YouTuber talk.
and I did it. And sometimes you get unsubs and whatever. That video did great. It's a number one, and I think I've had one unsub and like 60
Oh,
subs.
I'm gonna give you
Which
2
is
unsubs.
pretty
You've
good.
had 60 subs from that?
Wow.
Is that normal for you? 60 subs from one video? That seems really high.
On a Flipper channel, it's
Yeah.
low. On a Picker channel, it's
Low?
probably
Gosh, you're so likable and
maybe 30 on a video, on a Flipper video. I don't know. My subs have gone. They haven't gone down, but the amount of new subs have slowed. Like Flipper for a while was 1,000 to 1,500 a month.
Wow.
And Pickers,
they were just really pumping it into the retirement homes, and then they just kind of like stopped or something.
Well, I mean, there's only so big of a reselling audience. I mean, how many subs can you get?
How many people are you losing a month too? Because since you have an older audience, there's a good chance you're losing quite a number of people.
No, they stay subscribed when they die. They say
that is true. That is
yeah,
true.
they're still subscribed.
Forever. Just forever subscribed.
Forever.
Just hopefully they leave it on when they're gone.
Just leave a video playing.
That is true, though. I mean, think about it, because I know people who have watched my show who have died, who've passed on. I mean, quite a few actually. That's something to think about. It's my audience isn't that much older, or older at all than Dave. So don't let him fool you.
Way to bring us down to.
Yeah, I've got 18 to 24. That's my demo. I'm the TikTok kids. We dance and we just make fun of millennials. That's what we do.
We could dance if you asked us to dance. Anyway, so are you excited about this event, Carrie, Kevin? Does that sound fun?
I think I just heard about it today, and I'm excited. I heard about it earlier today, and it sounds awesome. You just planned it all with no input from us, which makes sense because
Uncle Steve had a question. I'm an Uncle Steve's, by the way, y'all. He had a question. He's like, "What's the purpose of this event?" And I said, Dave wants company.
Networking.
At the theme park.
Networking.
I don't know.
Listen, it's networking, Kevin. You make other reseller friends. You connect with them. You make a podcast. You wear a hat and you call yourself Fat Kevin.
Yes.
And that's happening in other podcasts right now, not to be named, but they might be in a locker room. That's all I know for sure. And they might be dressing up like Kevin.
And they're doing lunch,
Fat Kevin.
and there's a lot of clickbait.
Yes, exactly. So you get to make your own podcast if you just come to this event.
And so many more lives even lately than I've seen. It's even like Roman. Y'all know Roman, Anytime Picker. I mean, he's doing consistent lives with
Roman
and guests.
Is hilarious. Roman needs to be doing more stuff.
But he's been at this for a while. Somebody go get him to 700 at least, because it's a little ego.
And someone get AI Picks podcast to 100.
We're at 100. We're at 100.
Shh, Carrie, I wanted them to feel like we did something. So when they go there and it's the 106 it is now, they'll feel like we gained some.
Now, when you started your cooking channel, you purposely told people not to go there unless they're going to watch it.
Yeah, I did that, and I've kind of let that go because I don't care anymore. I'm just having fun.
We got to have our friends and family get us to monetization, and then we'll let Hollywood and the Hollywood people take us to the top.
Exactly. No, I mean, listen, with the food thing, I'm just having fun over there.
How much time? I don't understand it. Like, I'm at my wit's end with time. It's like I can't.
Well, that's because you respond to Instagram messages all day, Kevin, and you sit in Jocelyn's Whatnot auction for an hour.
Whatever. You're in there just to get new followers on Whatnot. You're using Jocelyn, Crazy Lamp Lady, in there, and she likes you. Everybody I mean, you just.
Poor Josh constantly has people coming after him just for views, just to get subs.
Yep.
Not Josh. Jocelyn.
Oh, Jocelyn.
Yeah,
Jocelyn.
He goes in there and she says his name, and then boom, he's gone. I started insulting him, and he's gone. Listen. He was just there to get 10 new followers. He wants to beat you, Carrie. He told me. He told me in a conversation.
Oh, I do. I told Carrie that too. that I want to beat him.
We're all pretty close on Whatnot, by the way.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure you're going to beat me on Whatnot, though, so that's really not going to be a big deal.
Well, it's exciting for me because you're way better than me at TikTok and Instagram, so I get to...
Yeah, but I don't even know if I've talked about my Whatnot really ever on my TikTok. Maybe just passing, so I'm not pushing
No, I didn't. I'm not relating the two. I'm just saying
why wouldn't you?
Whatnot is a young kid app. Usually you're better at the young kid apps.
It's because I want a pure interaction on TikTok. I want people to follow me and learn.
You know what? Y'all. I don't think that's funny. That's true. There's truth to that, Carrie. There's truth to that. You've always protected that TikTok.
I really have. That is very true.
Yeah.
Instead of
so actually, on that note, I am finally taking Whatnot's money in an ad deal this month.
Ooh,
and as a way to kick it off, yeah, I sold out a little. Well, Kevin said something in the last week's podcast. Dave, you do so much free advertising for them. You should get them to pay you. And I said, that's a really good point. I should get them to pay
I mean, you do it anyways. I'm like, why you're trying to grow your Whatnot audience, I would say though, I don't push Whatnot on my Flipper channel too much, and I have a little bit lately.
You're too busy accusing people of lying or telling people to go to jail or whatever. I don't watch your videos, but based on the thumbnails, there's a lot of nefarious activity going on in Bedford
There's
County.
always some drama. There's drama.
Not drama. There's not. My channel is drama free.
You're like the Sally Jesse Raphael of the reselling world.
You're the epicenter. You're the epicenter of drama. Not only was there a video calling you a liar this week by someone, but there was another follow-up video calling that person a liar for calling you a liar, and then another follow-up video calling that person a liar for calling me a liar for calling. I mean, wait, I wasn't involved.
I was driving a lot today, and I listened to. Somehow I got on this feed of like Rockstar Flipper and all that, and then all the other videos that came after.
My condolences.
And the phone was sitting there, and I'd go to one video, the next video. I'm like, why is this what's on my feed?
They were all Rockstar?
Did you figure out how to sell remotes? Or who's stealing from people or something?
No, they weren't all Rockstar. They were the daily refinement thing, and everybody's reaction to it. People,
Oh, I saw some of those. Like Taylor Exchange, I think, did one.
I would love to hear more people. Personally, I'm not done with it. I would love to hear more people's opinions on it.
I'm done with it.
Give me at least another 6 weeks of this. At least another 6 weeks. I need 6 more weeks.
But one of them was like trying to like, there's this little click over here, and there's this little click over here. And it's like, really?
We need one of those people. We need one of those people. Like some people might know who like Sunny V2 is. We need one of those people who do like the really overdramatic rise and fall videos of like whoever.
Oh, like you lately with every video. These cards are selling in a down market.
Hey, dude,
these cards are selling in a depressed market.
I got a number one right now, bro.
It's the same title. It's the same title as 2 days ago.
It is, isn't it?
You're like bearded thrift machining it over there.
Yeah, dude, it's working. Dude, give me this. I don't get many of these. Okay, if I could be like the person who just does the same thumbnail every time, do you know how beautiful that would be? I don't have to worry about all this stupid stuff you guys are doing on thumbnails. I could just be me.
I saw Julian and Kayla.
I know you did.
Julian and his wife, Kayla. Yeah.
Carrie, adjust down the mic on your volume, or volume on your mic a little bit. You're clipping at your highs. I'm not sure why. It's weird. Sorry. Unless it's maybe picking up your headphones. But you sound good, so it can't be that.
Is that better?
That's better. So you saw Julian. I was going to say, did you talk to him about, did you confront him about using the same thumbnail and title every week?
No, I
didn't. You didn't yell at him or anything?
I
know you get angry.
I don't get angry. What are you talking about?
Angry about
did you tell him the stuff you told us behind his back?
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm. Julian is a good dude. Kayla is super sweet. I like her a lot.
Kayla is his
wife. Yeah, she was picking. I had some good footage before I lost it.
That's exactly what I thought too.
What?
She was picking and punching.
No, she's good. She's very deliberate. I could see like him waiting around a little bit, and she's like a digger like me. She likes to get in there and dig.
Like Dawn.
Stuff. Yeah,
Dawn is my secret weapon. I just unleash her on the yard sale, and then I just look pretty in the corner. That's usually what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you would have found some stuff. I went to community sales and I didn't do that well this weekend, but maybe there was stuff. There wasn't really any. It was the community sales were those community sales with like the table with 4 items on them. So there wasn't much digging.
I usually go to those, and if they don't have, commemorative spoons, I check out. I don't like. What's the point?
I don't mean to be mean to folks, but man, why so many people do that in those? They put out a table with like 8 things on. It's like, do they just want to see their neighbors?
They want to be a part of community. They want to be a part of community.
People just want to be a part of a community. You guys can also be a part of a community for $150 January 19th.
Yes, that's right, at our event. $150.
So
plus hotel costs. It's not cheap, guys.
3 of these
it's
events.
Not too expensive.
4 that I had like skin in the game at. and I've lost money on everyone, including the one you guys did
listen,
without me. I lost money on that one, and I didn't even do it.
The important thing is that, you guys, just like, in Harry Potter, you kind of aged with the books. You guys have grown in your reselling career to the point where you can afford this now. Back when we all started 3 years ago,
Yeah, when this
none of us could
podcast
afford
started, you
150.
guys like building blocks took the advice we gave you.
Yep. Now you can
built
afford
upon it to
overpriced reselling events.
And now all we're asking is for a little bit of that money back. Just a little bit.
We won't get to keep any of it. We're not going to get to keep. I did the math
It's
today.
all going to expenses
Kevin,
and possibly new clothes, maybe
Kevin,
earrings.
here,
I've been thinking about getting
today.
earrings.
I did the math today. If we sell all the tickets we're able to sell, then we will, at the very end of everything, have $234 left. If nothing comes up, if there's no surprises, which there's guaranteed to be surprises.
I'm not charging sponsors. I ain't doing that. You carry.
Hey, you know what? I didn't include
That's a good
sponsors. So if
point.
we
I
got
could get us
that could
sponsors.
actually get us in the profit. If we actually got some sponsors. If you want to sponsor the Trash to Cash
Trash to
Winter
Cash
Bash, hit us up and we'll let you. Like literally, we'll put your name on swag, dude.
Yeah.
I love that. There
Hey,
we
we'll
go.
just
Like
get somebody-
$1,000 of sponsorship, guys. $1,000 of sponsorship
to go live the entire event on Trash to Cash. Like follow us around with the camera.
Dude, that's
There you
actually
go.
a good
Maybe
idea.
There'd be
That is
enough
honestly
money
a good
to-
idea.
Because who's got? I
Or
mean,
just live
this is a lot of
donations. There you go.
expense. Carrie's got to
Yeah.
fly there.
Yeah.
That's I put that into it.
Okay.
But you're flying breeze air. Just heads up.
I am flying just a twin prop with only one
And
of the
Dawn's
props
in the
working.
cargo hold.
And we're both
She-
sleeping in the garage.
Okay, so
Excuse me.
I don't know that. Hopefully we can do it, and it'll be fun. Hey, if it's successful, then we can do more of them. That would be cool. But we gotta try
like
one
every other month or something.
Well, I heard there's another event. We should give it a little press.
Oh, yeah,
right? If you're a Midwesterner, there's a Midwest meetup.
Prairie dog.
Prairie doggin gotta poop meetup.
Prairie dog.
I believe it's called.
In Omaha, Nebraska.
You have to have a poop halfway out
Yeah.
to go to the event.
There's never
which I'm
anything
interested
out there though. I mean, it's like I think didn't Let's Do Lunch? Didn't they do like a? Did they do a Colorado? Where they did
here's
St.
what I know
Louis,
about
St. Louis,
Omaha.
That's what it was.
Here's what I know about Omaha. It's somewhere in Middle America. It gets right to the heart of matters, guys, and it's the heart that matters more.
And
That's
Peyton
what-
Manning likes.
That's
to
like
yell-
Counting Crows
yell
song for those who want to
a
know.
lot.
I actually sourced
should probably look
CDs
at
this weekend, which is never.
You
a good
sourced
thing.
what?
Get Taylor
CDs.
Swift.
I did. I got the Taylor Swift. Okay, so
You
last
better
week I
not
got a
have
bunch
got
of Taylor
the
Swift. But Kevin, tell me which one is the one
The
because
first
we
one,
got
the
5.
self-titled. Taylor
We got a
Swift, Taylor
self-titled
Swift.
last week, and it was worth nothing. The self-titled's not worth that
Yes,
much
it-
unless it's signed,
Mm.
based on our comping. Unless there's 2 self-titles.
Okay.
Kevin's breaking
Um,
out his Nokia. Let's
But anyways, I did actually find a $50 Taylor Swift this weekend. It was like the Taylor Swift CD DVD Deluxe, and I paid $1 for it, and it's worth $50. So
There
there
you
is
go.
one that's worth good money. But I could not find. I got a self-titled Taylor Swift, and it doesn't seem to be worth anything.
I
don't
found
know what Kevin's
they're not
talking
worth
about.
anything, but they were exciting to me. I found 2 1964 Beatles trading cards at the Goodwill bins. John Lennon
not
and
worth
Paul
anything?
McCartney. They're worth like $3 or $4.
Hey,
I'm gonna
there's
put
a
'em
new
through the
Beatles
auction.
album. Did you see that?
There's a new
Beatles
song. The new song that they released.
What's the song called?
Now and Then.
Said most
Can
of
you
us are dead.
Now and then we're the Beatles.
All right.
That was it. It was a very
was not
short
great.
song. So
That was not
all
great.
in
I
one
didn't
song.
love that.
You put me on the spot and I took a chance and you rejected
I
it.
just feel like you could have done more. And do you see Josh said he's going to sue you if you don't motivate him this episode?
Wait, so that's what my question is. Do I need to do another one of the videos making fun of his
Nah,
videos?
just motivate him here right now. Just motivate
Okay.
him.
Josh.
Harry Tornado. You're getting motivated. You're getting
Mr. Harold Quincy Tomato. How are you doing, my friend? First off, dude, the videos. You're just going to the bins now, I think. I haven't really watched.
No, he's going to his antique booth.
Oh, the
He's going
antique
to his
booth. Oh yeah, you got a sticker for your
Gumballs.
gumball machine. What are you doing, dude? What does this have to do with anything that you've built? You started out as this channel of just a guy. I mean, I think most of the people subbed to you because they were like, let's give this guy a chance. It doesn't look like he's going to make it. And somehow you made it. And then you're going to this. So here's what you need to do. You need to refocus on YouTube, okay? You're going astray. We can all see it, okay? You're getting only 140,000 views, dude. Come on, dude. You could do so much better than that. You could get 200,000. And here's the key. Make something people want to watch. Am I right, guys?
Ooh, there's an idea.
Make something people.
You know,
This is what you got to do.
140,000. I'm pretty sure that's how many people were in Jocelyn's Whatnot tonight.
Yeah, I think they just wandered over to his video. Here's the thing, dude. Here's the thing you got to think about when you're making a video. Does anybody want to watch it? You know what I'm saying? So think about that and then start doing that. That's my advice to you.
I want to know, like,
That's what I did on my
first of all,
cards channel, and I'm getting 5,000 views an episode now. So
Dave,
First of all-
she just there's 1,200 in her Whatnot, by the way.
1,200 people in her Whatnot. But
that's
she
insane.
literally said,
you're
she
the best,
literally
and
referenced,
you can do it, Josh.
Carrie,
You can do
she
it.
literally referenced our last episode.
Yeah, she
As
listened
she was
to the
watching
podcast.
it.
I want
She does?
Andrew on this podcast.
Yes.
Just that's why.
And listen,
And I
not
immediately
the
got
one
like
saying-
20 new
I just
followers
figured
on Whatnot.
I
'Cause
figured she was
mentioned-
friends with you guys and didn't even know who I was, so that's surprising.
I think she knows who you are if she watches the show. I told her she needs to come on. She did not respond. She was too busy selling $20 glass for $120.
That's insane.
Some of that stuff
the
was
dream.
cool tonight.
Like
though.
maybe
I
she
was
could
like,
just sponsor the
that's cool.
podcast if she doesn't want to come on. Just give it. We'll just say we'll talk
She
about her
could
channel.
sponsor the Trash to Cash Florida
Dude, I
Bass.
love that. Yeah, she should.
Yeah.
The Winter Bash, sponsored by Crazy Lamp Lady. I love it. She just do
Sponsored
one
by
auction. You can pay for the whole thing.
knickknack.net.
Knickknacks.
Knickknackspaddywhacks.com. Let's do it.
.org.
My wife was sitting next to me while I was watching that. She's like, oh, she has such a soothing voice. I like her.
Yeah,
Who is
it's
she? And
the
I'm like,
voice.
this is why she's successful.
That's why she's successful right there.
Dude, I'm literally looking at an $8 comp of that same CD, Kevin. So what do you
This
say?
is a
That makes
sold
sense.
comp. It's a sold comp for $75.
Is it signed? Is it
No.
signed?
Why is it so much?
All right, here's
Why
5
is there-
sold comps for $75.
I don't know. Are they brand new?
No, pre-owned. There's one that's new. I mean, I'm searching in high to low, so I'm sure we can go down. But even, I'm seeing
literally-
hundreds of sold comps.
That's what
in
the
$50
Beanie Baby.
range.
That's what the Beanie Baby people do, Kevin. By the way, they search from high to low, and you're starting out with the $15,000
Kevin, look.
drug
No.
Here,
transactions.
let me show
or
you.
whatever.
Let me show you,
Listen,
Kevin. Look
I
at your
had
screen.
somebody
Look at
show
your
me they
screen.
sold that same one for $50. That's true.
Carrie,
I
you
got
see- you see me
I
showing it
got
to
Is
you.
there a different type of variant title?
Brand new
'Cause this one
sealed,
says album B.
$16.99.
New sealed $16.99. That's crazy. 180
That's
sold
what I'm
from
talking
UK. That ain't legit.
That ain't
Look at the one above it.
So he is
$9.99
calling out
pre-owned.
the UK Taylor Swift market.
Who
Let's
has
put Taylor Swift
180
in the
of those?
title. Put Taylor Swift in the title. Let's get some of that mojo, by the way.
There's a $55 buy it, but there's a $10 buy it now. That's what I just didn't make sense
I got
to
you.
me.
Doesn't
I
make
have
sense
it.
to me
But
now
look,
either.
it's sitting in my death pile
the
now.
$55 one is by Can't Stop Thrifting, one of Kevin's minions, more than likely, and they've been led astray, obviously.
All right, so I looked it up and I did it by ended recently, and I see a $58 sold. I see a $53 sold, $54 sold, $50 sold,
they-
$75 sold.
Is there
So,
Princess Diana Beanie Babies under those listings, just for the record? Because that's the vibe I'm getting from this.
just saying.
I feel like it's a black
it's just
label.
Because when I went and looked it up, I was seeing tons of actives like 10,
Dude,
8, 7. I
I'm
saw
not
some
making this
listed
stuff
high.
up. These are all sold, ended recently, and they're all $50.
That's a
Kevin
weird thing.
caught lying about eBay sales.
Dude,
Kevin's a
Title.
liar on eBay. Dun,
I
dun,
think
dun.
what it
Liar,
is
liar.
you're seeing some that are bootleg and some that are real.
Oh.
That's what I think.
Maybe, yeah, maybe. It could be. It could be that they're fake or something, yeah.
Because I'm not seeing any solds for less than say 50. Well, couple 45.
Well, all right, $3.
Well, except for the ones he doesn't want to mention.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell me if
That's
I'm
all
wrong.
right,
Y'all.
Kevin.
Put in
We can't
Taylor
read
Swift
your-
CD debut. Put that in
Debut. Don't
Debut?
forget debut.
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 The signed ones go
This-
for stupid money, but anybody can sign Taylor Swift. She looks like Daryl Hannah in Splash in this one. That's the way you know.
Yeah,
There you
this is the one I found though. Kevin.
There's a topical reference from Kevin.
$35.
Daryl Hannah in Splash. For those of you
Yeah,
who remember
I
that
don't
from
know.
40 years ago.
Was that the mermaid movie
Yeah,
where
that
like
was
the
the
girl was the
mermaid one
mermaid?
with
Oh yeah,
Tom
I did
Hanks,
watch that
right?
one. I did
So
watch that
dumb.
one. It was
So
dumb. Wait, I forgot to
Wow,
put a
dude.
background. Why don't we have
Shots
a
fired.
background? Why don't we have a background on our
You put
podcast?
money in his corner of
There
his
we go.
thing.
There we go. Trash.
Hey, did
cats.
you
So old
see
school.
that the podcast got a new subscriber? Go look at the newest subscriber to the podcast. It's not Jocelyn.
Okay.
It's
Okay,
it's
okay.
a
I'm
it's
gonna
a somebody that we know that's the
I don't know
Been
what's
highest.
going
ignoring us.
Yeah,
It's been
yeah.
ignoring us for almost
Chaz,
3 years.
Carrie.
Oh,
Side
Chaz.
Hustle Network.
Side Hustle
I've never
Network
heard of
was
him.
not following us before.
Yeah,
Who's
what's
that?
up with that?
Oh, have I met him? He looks
Yeah,
familiar.
Chaz is awesome.
He was, yeah. Wasn't
think I've
he
met
at
him.
FlipCon? Yeah, he was
Chaz
I
at
think
is-
I met that guy.
Chaz is like
Yeah,
kind of
Bob.
like what you think Kevin would
He's
be
a
like
nice
in
guy.
person.
He's a nice guy, and he's way better looking than all of us.
Oh yeah,
My wife.
yeah. It's
Well,
uncomfortable being by Chaz
Your wife
because
told
I just
you
feel
that.
terrible.
New swinger candidate.
my
Uh-oh.
Hey!
Is that what you do, Kevin? You and your wife have a rating like after each event?
This is
Hot or
ridiculous. You
not?
know how many
How do you
comments I get about
choose?
this? Do you know how many
It's so
comments?
How many?
awesome.
How many?
No,
How many?
it's not
I
awesome.
love.
How many
I love when
comments,
we're at
Kevin?
events and you get told that you're old, and then they ask you about swinging. They don't ask you. They don't ask you anything about reselling anymore.
What's funny
it's
is some
beautiful.
people who listen to the podcast, they write stuff like, old jokes and whatever, and then people come in and defend me. Like, oh, he's not that old, and he's not whatever, but they don't get the joke. That's what they're saying.
They don't get the joke, yeah. Well. So we got some stuff over on the Patreon. Yonkers Flipper says, when can I be on the show?
No. Okay.
What's up? We need a guest. I need a break.
You need to. You can't lead with that. You can't lead with that. You have to start. It's got to be a slow con to get
You have
on
to
the
earn
show.
it. Yeah, you have to
You have
earn
to
it.
slowly win us over.
Pay for
Kevin,
it, Dave.
Kevin's the
Well-
simplest. You just send him Zen. You send him that the erectile
Zelle.
medication
You send
stuff
him
that you
Zelle.
take.
Zelle money. Send him Zelle money. No, so Stacey over at Thrifted Spirit did say, how do you deal with how do you stay positive on rough weeks? And I think that's funny because Kevin just brags on his channel that he
Yes.
sells $500 a day.
No,
I
I
sell
don't.
$500 a day on eBay. You all suck at eBay compared to me. Ugh.
Listen, so I actually struggle with this. I actually filmed a video that's not out yet where I'm like, because I don't give advice. I just don't give advice. I say what I'm doing and whatever.
Unless you're
but
paid, yeah.
There were a couple, yeah, that's true. So there were a couple of times where I was really coming off as, hey, I was
It's like
coming
the
off
moment
as
of honesty
like,
there. It was beautiful.
That was a weirdly
Jesus.
honest moment from you.
oh please,
Weird.
I mean,
Like we got off air Kevin for a second. That was weird.
I don't like to make people feel like they're inadequate resellers because there are days, I mean, there's a ton of resellers out there that are just selling a little bit here and
There's
there.
some
and I
that
don't
just sit under a tree all day. Others are at a theme park like 3 to 4 days a week. We're not all the same when it comes to reselling.
Hold on though.
Some are
because
barely
Kevin-
selling 3 cards
to
a
be
day,
fair,
and it's depressing
sitting-
and it's bugging them a lot, but they keep it to themselves. They bury it deep inside. If they mention it in a group text, they get made fun of and called emo carry, and I don't like it.
Kevin,
Oh.
you are selling a lot on eBay. You're selling $400 to $500 a day. You said for like the last week.
It was, well, that's when the video came out. I've actually shut the store down because I
Oh.
went down to Myrtle. So the last few, I went down for not vacation, Dave. Turner had a tournament there. So,
I didn't expect
but
it to be vacation.
I
figured you
shut
were
it
hard
down
at
for
work.
5 days, I think, and it's back up and going. But yeah, there was I think a 6-day stretch where my worst day was like $380 and the other ones were $500, $600, $700 one day, I think, something like that.
You
It
inspired me to just look at mine. So
I have a
I'm
video
gonna tell
coming out
you-
tomorrow that's like kind of more of that, and then the next one that's coming out is me being like, I'm sorry that I'm kind of giving advice because I
Well,
felt bad.
Yeah. Well, and people don't trust you as much because they think viewers buy all your stuff, which isn't
Yeah.
true. Which isn't true. But they do lose some trust because they hear people buying stuff from you.
No,
So
no.
they're
Well,
like,
look,
"Oh."
I always say it. I mean, always.
Yeah.
And matter of fact, during this stretch, viewer sales are down. They're down
Yeah.
significantly, which
Yeah.
makes it a little bit more legit. But you know this. We all know this. We're on this podcast. There are so many just incredible, way better resellers than us. So I've always felt like, what kind of advice can I give? Right? It's more like just.
Hey everyone, brief interruption. I'm sure Kevin and Carrie are snuggled warm in their bed. It's 5 a.m. and I'm editing the podcast because I do all the work here. And I realized we forgot to mention the Patreons who are supporting us at the Wealthy as a Kevin tier membership level. And I do want to give them acknowledgement because it's very helpful what they do for us. So let's just run through their names really quick. We have a new member too, CJ Benz Fines, which is awesome. Thank you. We also have Thank You Dealer, The Flipper Skipper, Lady Arbitrage, Arbitrage, No Nose Picker, Remarkable, Brian Sampour Beal, Happy Hound Trading, Matt's Prof Pursuits, Harry Tornado, Diana Traveling Shopper, Superhero Headquarters, Death Valley Finds, Vintage Sports Flips, PaulsMerch.com, ABC Matt, Brian Big and Fun, New Jersey Picker, Raise Heck Resell, Logan Murky, and Biscuit Butt. Thanks again, guys. Let's get back to the show. Well, okay, but so what
advice.
Thrifted Spirit was asking for is how do you stay positive? You can give that advice. How do you stay positive in a rough week? You use cocaine, but there's other methods as well.
Swinging.
I honestly, swinging. You got to get out some of that excess energy. I mean, since I can remember, I've watched a ton of YouTube reselling content, and I still do in the background while I work. And a lot of times, it motivates me. It really does.
Does it ever make you feel like I'm a failure? Because I feel like when I say some of this stuff, it's like. So I've been listening.
So I've been listening to a guy here locally in Vegas that's motivated me this week, and it's a guy that's kind of random. His name's Big Yumbo. Shout out Big Yumbo. He has the best thumbnails in the business. It'll just say "Hall" in the corner, and then it's perfect. I've been trying to learn more about clothing, and I've been inspired by it. So I've been to the bins like 3 times this week. So sometimes when you're out of it, you just got to chill for a minute and then wait for the inspiration to come.
We went to, I don't know, it was Deseret Industries. I think that's where we were at. Where I'm started to look at the clothes, and Carrie come over and started looking at the clothes, and he kind of liked it.
Yeah, I've been getting into it. Yeah. Yeah, no.
So I just give away all my clothes. That's my resale method. I just give it.
I'm going to do that, by the way. Are you going to join me in this? I'm not giving away 90 things. I'm going to give.
I gave away 80 items. I give away 80 items, and Kevin, I don't really know clothes. Did I give away good stuff?
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally. I mean, not all of it, but yeah, there was stuff in there that I was like, man.
Yeah,
dude.
When you started your auction, I gave away some like $70 Nikes. I gave away a bunch of Brooks. Pairs of Brooks. I just give away everything. Everything clothing in my house.
My giveaways are gonna be like Christmas. They could be Christmas gifts or things you could donate to like Toys for Tots, or they're gonna be like stocking stuffers. I'm gonna do like a Christmas.
I thought it was a good time for clothes
so
because if the economy's tough, then it gives.
So I can beat these two.
So what you're saying is you want to give the least value and hopefully get the most money as possible out of that. You don't want to offer anything of value, but you do still want that money coming in.
So we should talk though, Kevin, about the finances. I talked about it a little in my
this
video
is the giveaway
yesterday.
One.
But in the giveaway, it's the giveaway, and it cost me sort of kind of $500 in shipping costs to do the 80 free items. I'd say, based on what some people have said who were watching, like Tim and stuff, it might have been about $1,500 worth of stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, $1,500
worth of stuff, and then $500 in shipping. But I probably, would I have ever sold it?
You would have never posted
sold it to Kevin.
I'd have given
$300.
I'd have given you $500 for it.
Yeah, exactly. But I did sell piggies, so if you're doing a giveaway show, that
would
help a little.
Show. You don't have to rehash this. I watched you. I can't believe.
Oh, did I already go through it? You watched my flipper?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was too busy.
I'll admit it.
Those.
Not everyone watches that. Not everyone watches.
I really
it's probably
because
I called you a liar.
Yes, that was why I watched it, actually.
What about your sales?
I just count your sales. I'm like, this is a 30-minute video. He sold 6 things. I just go write it down. Like, there's a sale. 8 minutes later, there's another sale.
Kevin, but no. Okay, hold on. You had me look at my numbers because you were talking numbers, so I went and looked. And actually, I had a really good week. And I want to know if everyone had a good week because I was looking last Sunday when we did the podcast. You turned yours off. But last time we did the podcast.
I mean, I hear people say.
Okay. Yeah. I had 263, and then I had 333 on Monday, 192 on Tuesday.
That's pretty good for working 4 hours a week.
573 on Wednesday, Kevin. Almost $600 that day. 470 on Thursday.
Nice.
223 on Friday, and then 416 yesterday, and another 200 today. So, I mean, that was a pretty good week for me. I was listening to another reselling podcast today, and someone said they sold 4 items in the week, and that made me feel good. So sometimes content makes me feel good if someone sells 4 items.
What podcast was that here? I gotta know here. No, don't
well,
say
listen, I'm not going to throw him under the bus because he's a great Patreon supporter, and he only does it part-time, and he's not really even on the podcast. Soda City Flips, which I believe he's in a battle with Biscuit Bud.
He did a video.
Prof Pursuit. I don't know.
Did you see his video?
But he was actually great on the podcast.
His video was a reaction to your video, which was a reaction just to
your video.
No, there was Matt's Prof Pursuits, and then so they all reacted.
My reaction video was the best.
It was just a link to Kevin's first video.
That was ridiculous. First of all, Kerry has this giant Instagram, right? And he uses it to bludgeon me all the time. He did give me a little props this week, I gotta say, just the little card thing where he's like, look, this dummy, found some cards that are worth money.
You did.
And he gave me some props. But usually it's just to hurt me.
I was trying to get people to watch your first video for revenue for you. I was trying to put food on your table, Kevin.
Dude, I did. And I got, what's funny is I went to that video to see Kerry, and I got like 14 views that day. So
that's awesome.
Normally that video might get one.
That's also minorly depressing that I only got 14 people to go, but that's all right.
Well, you only got like 9 to subscribe to our AI Picks podcast.
Dude, I just don't have I have all that following and nobody cares, but it's all right.
Nobody
I respect
cares.
it. I respect it.
So, Kevin, I wanted you to have an opportunity because, basically I implied you were a liar because your thumbnail implied you yourself were a liar.
No, you defended me. And I basically defended me against you defending me, by the way.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought that was a little odd.
But I did think you didn't really get a chance because I decided to make the video unless you're doing it in a Flipper video, to talk about how long you on the phone talked to me about how long it takes you to ship your items. But we had a commenter in last week's podcast basically saying that it's the comment we talked about, Kevin. You look surprised, but don't. Yeah, it's literally the comment we talked about.
That was in the podcast. See,
that was in the
podcast.
Okay,
yeah, I got you.
No, that was in the podcast, basically implying that you were a liar, saying anyone could earn part-time 50K.
I didn't say anyone. Kerry covered that quite explicitly in the thing last night.
And you basically, and they said, Kevin's basically full of crap because I did the math and he sells 44 items a week, which takes at least 15, 20 hours to ship. What's your response to 15 to 20 hours for 44?
Well, let me respond to two things. I sell more than 44 items a week usually. That's over the course of whatever this person looked at is my guess. But it's because I had literally one trip after another trip after another trip. So I've shut my store down.
Excuses, okay.
No, I shut my store down like for a third of the last 2 months. Anyway, my response is, am I lying? It's dumb. I'm sorry, but for 44 items to ship, Dave, you went over this in this video. 3 hours is the max. It's the max.
Yeah.
It could, depending on the item, it could be an hour and a half.
But
if it's simple items,
I have hung out with you, and if you are shipping, it could take you 15 to 20 hours to do 3 hours of shipping because of the frequent bathroom breaks you have to take.
Well,
every
Kerry,
5 minutes, man.
It's category, right? So, Kerry, how long does it take you or Dawn to ship 44 cards?
Those are vastly different numbers.
Like, what are you, 10 minutes? 10 minutes?
Dawn could do, like, on eBay, probably 30 minutes, maybe for
44 items.
Well, for 44, maybe an hour. For me. Like 2 days, because I'm just gonna be chilling. Off and on.
So, Kerry, I
will be distracted for like 2 hours and get back to it for a little bit. That's why I don't
watch
ship.
it, Kerry,
I'm terrible
but
at shipping, man.
I invited scrutiny on myself by shipping on camera.
Oh, don't do that.
Literally
do that.
just to prove that it only takes a couple minutes to ship an item.
And you're talking, which was funny because I get I've had comments lately like, why don't you ever show your shipping? I'm like, dude, there's like a whole playlist. I showed shipping at the end of every video for like a year. I would show what sold, and then I literally showed myself shipping it, except for I did it in like 4 times speed, or 8 times speed, and
which
put
I did a little of
folksy
that,
music behind it. But you talked, Dave. I can tell you right now, I think what you did that day and timing it, you did subtract some time for talking and all that. If you were totally focused on the shipping, you could have done it in far less time than what you did.
I shipped 10 orders today in about 18 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So about a minute an order.
I hate with the passion doing shipping videos because it's never enough. It's never right. You don't.
Someone graded me a D.
Yes,
right?
people. Yeah, like who cares about who cares about your rating? Because the only thing that matters is whether you're getting negatives or not about your shipping or if there's issues.
Did you ever see Art's video where he's chucking stuff around and throwing it off the roof and just making a joke and kicking it?
All you need, gosh, all you need to ship is a couple empty cereal boxes and you're good. That's it.
Yeah.
Dude,
Listen,
I shipped
anything
something in
in that.
cereal box before. Have you ever done that? I've done
I've
that
done it
before.
back
It's
in
been
the
a
day,
long
yeah.
Listen,
time, but I
Me
did.
too.
I've
I had
shipped
nothing
things
else.
wrong. I shipped things wrong. I shipped a blow mold. My first blow mold I ever sold, I shipped in a garbage bag because I didn't have a box, and it broke into pieces, thousands of pieces.
Oh my gosh,
So,
that's
because I've
pretty
never
bad.
shipped one, I didn't know how to ship them. So and that was only months ago. So
That was
let me know. I guess
very
I gotta put them in a
recently.
box.
I
Where do you get
shipped
boxes
one,
at, Vic?
and I knew this was ridiculous. This has to be like, man, almost 20 years ago. It was a retail arbitrage, Star Wars. It might have been Star Wars Lego from Walmart, and I was headed out of town in a crazy rush. It was brand new in the box, and I literally slapped a label on it and shipped it. I'm like,
Wow.
and nobody complained. I'm like, I'm glad
I
I
did
still
that.
want to collect it.
I did, dude. I did that to a piano this week. Like
A
literally, it was
piano?
already in a nice. It was an electronic keyboard, a Yamaha. It was already in like a box, like the Yamaha keyboard box.
Yeah.
But, it has
Well,
like foam
listen.
in it and stuff. So I literally just put the label
Here's
on the
a
Yamaha keyboard
Craigslist.
box and
Here's
dropped
a
it off.
Craigslist trick that I learned. Well, he said it years ago. Is you get those heavy duty construction bags. They're like as good as poly bags. You can put that over that keyboard that's already packaged and it's got this stuff, and you just put it over it and then
I
tape
just
it.
shipped it. Someone's probably gonna steal it.
All you do is you get
We'll
a
see.
couple trash bags. You try to get as much trash out of those bags as possible, and then you just put
Not
them,
all of it.
put
Some.
the keyboard in there. You're good to go.
Shipped years ago. I shipped somebody just wanted, it was luggage, and somebody wanted luggage for something,
Lugazi.
and I asked them because they're like, could you ship this quick? I need it for whatever. I'm like, hey, I don't have a box for this. Can I just ship it as luggage and put the sticker on it? They're like, sure, do it. And so it was just a suitcase. I slapped a sticker on and shipped it.
Did it get there?
Yeah, sure. I mean, why wouldn't it? I've shipped stuff in luggage before because of the protection. You know, you can find a piece of hard case luggage or something for like $5 at a yard sale, and then you just put it in there and it's hard and ship it.
I've been selling these.
How do we
Big
still?
Buddy
How are we
heaters.
still selling on eBay with these stories? That's what I want
I
to
don't
know.
know.
Well, that's not
well,
a bad story. That was protecting the item.
I've been selling Big Buddy heaters. I got like 3 of them for $20
dude,
or
that
something.
was a bolo for me. It was a retail arbitrage for me years ago. I sold tons of them.
I got a bunch of them for
What,
$10
it's like a
at a
heat
garage
up.
sale.
It's like a
It's a propane heater.
Oh.
They have
Propane
different ones. They
heater.
have little ones, and then they have the big giant ones.
Yeah. These are pretty big. These
My
ones I'm
little
selling.
buddies
Actually,
are-
you can see the box. You see the
Mr.
Kurto
Heater.
Toys box back there, Kevin.
Yeah, that's
the
where your
NC Piggies.
NC
It's in
Piggies.
there.
Okay.
It's in there. But like I don't know if I should be doing it, but I found a moving blanket and I just wrapped it in a moving blanket
wow.
and just put it in the box
You'll
and
just-
it got there safely.
wow.
So
I will.
and the person even wrote me. They
No-
said thank you for the moving
no
blanket.
pride
What do
in-
those
in
go
your
for?
work.
So,
anything.
Dave, now my bigger claim was $50,000 net profit. We've talked about this before, but I think you addressed that too. Or maybe you did with me.
In the next video,
How much
I did.
time do you put into reselling a week?
Oh yeah, no, we were on the phone. Yeah, I mean
what it
that was like my dirty little secret. Like there's weeks where I don't put hardly any time into reselling, and then I get hyper focused on reselling. So it's really hard for me to say by the week. Like I'll randomly say I'm gonna list, and I'll list for like 10 hours, but then I'll have a week where I list 0. So and then when it comes to shipping, I pull the orders. That doesn't take long.
I
and then Tina
guarantee
ships
you
them.
don't spend 20 hours a
usually.
week over the course of a year.
I probably do not spend 20 hours a week. If you average it out,
I
it's
started to
probably
go
10
through
to
it.
15.
Some people were calling me
Did you?
out like, well, you're not counting your wife's time and you're not counting your kids' time. I'm like, first of all, Turner ain't doing nothing. And I mean, what's Turner doing? Testing a video game once in a blue moon. But I went through and I really broke it down, and I'm like, I don't think I spend 20 hours a week reselling.
What do you think you spend?
Because I'm thinking in my head, like all the time it takes to film a video, we could do all that stuff in 2 minutes. Pull the orders. And,
Oh yeah,
you know.
pulling the orders would be way faster.
I'm like, I'm out in the shed for an hour, but I'm doing 10 minutes of reselling work until it's time to ship, and then I do 10 more minutes while my
What's
wife
like the
does
rest of the time? Are you just staring blankly at the wall, or what do you do?
I'm filming.
Yeah, he's doing content,
Yeah.
Carrie.
Dude, your videos are like 18 minutes long. So
No.
where's the other hour?
No, your videos are like 12 minutes long. My videos are like 25 minutes long. Oh, you guys are, that reminds me. I'm so glad this podcast comes out. We're filming this before this. My video comes out tomorrow. You're going to love my thumbnail.
Why? What is
Because
it?
I did like a fancy one. I did like
Oh,
an
did you?
AI background on it.
Ooh.
Oh, look
Yeah.
at you, fancy.
Computers.
Yeah.
Computers.
It's not very good.
But to be fair, Kevin, I also don't think I'm generating 50K net. I think I'm generating
Right, but-
25 to 30 net.
And I think you're doing it in about 12 hours a week. There's just
Yeah,
no
I think
way,
that's probably
Dave.
about
There's
right,
just
yeah.
no way you're putting in that time.
Yeah, no, I'm
I
not.
guarantee
I'm not.
it.
I got all this other stuff I'm working on.
Mhm.
And especially with the amount
But
I
you know
spend
what?
on Whatnot.
And you spend
like,
so much Whatnot time. That's the other
Yeah,
thing.
like I am generating the same revenue on Whatnot that I am eBay.
By the
so
way-
if I'm making 30, well, that's actually interesting, Kevin, because if I'm making 30K, let's say I'm making 25K net on eBay,
You should have
I'm probably
Josh
making
do a video
another.
about how much money you're making and
Yeah,
whether it was
I'm
a wise
probably-
decision you quit.
I'm probably making the other 25 on Whatnot, so I probably am at 50.
You're right, but that was totally.
two combined.
I wasn't talking about Whatnot at all. I was specific. This is eBay only,
and not everyone can do Whatnot and all that.
Yeah. Bonanza.
That's
I've
valid
had
point.
3 Bonanza sales this week.
$15
just saying.
charge from them. You got to
3
pay it
Bonanza
for me.
sales. I got 2
Get me
waiting for me
unlocked.
when I come home.
Do you, when
Hey,
you
you
ship
mentioned-
out a Bonanza order, do you like include a penny candy so they feel like it's home?
Yes, and you have to wear penny loafers when you ship it. It's like, and then you take the penny
Do
out of the
people
loafers
actually
and
put
it in the
pennies in
package.
penny loafers? Is that a thing?
Sometimes, yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing. I've done it before when I wore my penny loafers
Really?
to Kevin's
Really?
graduation.
You did that?
Yep.
What a tool! What a tool!
Dude, okay, so you talked about Art of Resale. Art of Resale and
The
I are
art
doing
of
a little,
resale, by the way.
The Art of Resale. We're doing a little collab on Friday. We're going to do a 16-hour Whatnot stream, Carrie.
That's
And if you want to get in
crazy.
at the end, you can. So I'm going to do 8 hours, and he's going to do 8
Carrie's
hours.
got experience with these
And then-
marathons.
Yeah,
TikTok
so if you wanna do the
marathons.
I did
8
like a
hours
19-hour TikTok
Yeah,
live
TikTok.
back in the day.
Well, we're talking about selling, though. Selling for 8 hours. Why
What are
don't
you
you sell
gonna
cards
sell?
for 8 hours?
Dude, I could sell cards for 8 hours easy.
Well, okay, so I'm gonna sit in my storage container on Friday
Oh
at
my
10
gosh.
a.m. and I'm gonna sit in that thing and just sell crap out of it till 6 p.m. and I'm gonna go live on Whatnot, but I'm also gonna do my behind the scene things on my ADHD Flips channel, Kevin. I've decided to do that. So like I'm live on my Flips channel for 8 hours too.
Maybe
On
you'll
Friday,
get.
so make
you
sure
might
to
get
super chat
tips
me
and
over there.
stuff. Super
Really?
chats.
Wow.
As Dave's
Actually,
about
it's just
to
gonna be
pass
cool to
out
see
in
the
his.
behind the scenes.
You
Yeah, I'll
just
be
don't
like
care
dying.
anymore, do you? You just don't care. You're like, I'm doing
I just
whatever
want
I
to have
want.
fun. I just want to have fun.
Yeah.
And so then right after I'm done at 6, I raid Art, who goes from 6 p.m. Eastern all the way to
Carrie,
like
did you
1
get an
or
invite
2.
into this?
No, nobody even
Just
told me about
nothing.
this, which is hurtful,
No.
but it's all right.
Well,
Thanks,
you know,
Art.
Thanks, Art.
yeah.
You're my
Appreciate
neighbor
it.
and my friend, but that's all right.
I'm inviting anyone. So guys, message
Yeah, I
down
don't
below
want
if
to. I
you
don't
want
want
to do
to
8 hours
after the
after
fact
Art.
invite. I want to
Here's the thing.
in the
Here's thing.
weeds during the
The
thought
reason you
process
didn't get an invite, the reason you didn't want to get an invite is because you're gonna have to do the midnight hours. You'd have to do like 2 a.m.
Oh yeah, so they're like, yeah,
the
Carrie.
last
There's
8
no way
hours.
Carrie could do that. There's no way Carrie would be
Yeah,
up
well-
at 2 a.m. anyway, sad and alone, and might want to do a
That is-
live and be a part of
So
something.
do it. So do
Just
it.
kidding, joking.
Well, anyways, I didn't think anyone would want to do it, but maybe someone wants to
don't.
do it, and we can tell Art to raid that person, whoever it
don't.
is.
It's not worth it.
As
As long
Even
as
if
will
it's
you-
go.
not
Let's
the
see.
file
Even
picker.
even if you paid me, I'd say no. But
We'll
if you
go till
were to
like
pay me, I'd
11
consider it.
p.m. And then we need someone to basically stream from 11 p.m. to like 7 the next morning or something. That'd be fun.
Why don't you get
It'll be
Biscuit
fun.
Bud? He'll do anything.
11
That is true.
a.m., 11 p.m.
11 p.m. till anyways, who cares?
Sunny.
Sunny might do it. Yeah,
Some
I don't know.
West
It's gonna be
Coasters
fun.
out there.
Yeah, Sonny with a chance of
I wonder
meatballs.
how much stuff I can sell in 8 hours on Whatnot. That's going to be the adventure. And how big should I go? Should I sell the blow molds that are sitting in there? I have like 30 of them.
Oh, and
I
just
probably shouldn't
adjust
sell
it
those.
and rip off whatnot.
No.
I just don't know if I'm going to get a box that'll fit it. Someone's going to go buy 7 blow molds.
I
Do yourself
sold-
a favor. Sell small
You know those-
stuff, dude.
You know
Yeah.
those M&M displays that used to like it was like a
Yes.
green M&M that would hold up a tray like a
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I've shipped like 2 or 3 of those in the past, and man,
Wow.
they are
in
freaking
one
huge.
package?
No, different sales. Yeah,
That's why I don't think I can sell the blow molds because I think they'll all end up in the same package and then I'll be screwed. Like, how am I going to ship
you
7
can
in
split
one box?
orders.
In Whatnot? You can?
Yeah, you can split
No, I
orders.
didn't know you could do that.
Yeah. I'm a little
Hey, did
nervous.
you
I got to
get-
run a whatnot tomorrow, which is yesterday when you watch this. I actually have to run the whatnot. I've never done that before,
Ooh.
just FYI.
Time
Did
is
you
a-
get instant payouts on
Time
Whatnot?
is an illusion.
I haven't looked what's in there. There's probably
should
money
check,
in
yeah.
there somewhere. I guess
Yeah.
I can look.
Yeah, I mean, that's a game changer once you get that. But, I mean,
I don't think I did. I don't think I got
you should. You
them.
might have to message them if you don't get it right away.
Yeah, there's like, there's a bunch of money in there, so I didn't get it. Well, no,
So
I
good.
guess, if it's
Well,
in
that-
there, I
if there's a
can-
bunch of
yeah, I
money
can
in there, then you
withdraw,
might
yeah.
have gotten
I
it.
might
Yeah.
have. Actually, I don't
Yeah.
know. I usually, I won't even
He's got so
tell
much
you.
money.
He doesn't even know, guys.
It's like,
He's
oh,
got a
just
bunch of money
money,
in there. He
just
just
thousands
found
of
out about. He
dollars.
doesn't need it. So if you guys need it, let him know.
Yeah, exactly. So, okay, so let's check out these Patreon questions. Nono's
Yes.
Picker says, when do the sales pick up? LOL, which we've literally been talking about.
Yeah.
Our sales are good.
They-
Are they good for you, Carrie, or not?
Yeah, sales are up. I'd say generally, sales.
Mine are
It's
up.
as simple as can be. When I post more, I sell more, no matter
Well,
what time
I'll
of
tell
year
you,
it is. Period.
And I hate to give Dave credit, but I mean, doing whatnot for me, because I don't do much, a couple times, but just simply because it's there, I've changed. I'm listing so much more high dollar stuff because I'm not selling low dollar stuff.
Dude, I saw in your video you were selling lots of high dollar
it's like
stuff.
$100, $150,
It's awesome, isn't it?
$100,
It's so
$50. I mean,
satisfying.
even my like low sales are like. I still though I have rules like I'm still selling Tupperware. I don't care.
Yeah,
I'm
and
not doing
$10
a lot
plush
of it.
I saw
$10
plush.
$10 or above plus shipping. Tupperware.
Dude, but you know what? You could
plush,
get
and
that $10 on whatnot, Kevin.
I
you could
know,
get that.
but listen,
Oh man,
I care more about my flipping audience than you do. Look, when you do something for so long, it's not like you don't want to be like. That's part of my show is to show people who, there's a lot of folks out there who can't do big old speaker systems and stereos and stuff. They want to find those $15 items because it fits in their
hold on.
house and they're able to do it.
well, there's also
I'm
very
selling-
small items that are very expensive.
Yeah, I'm selling
Okay.
small items that are worth good money.
I don't
know.
disagree,
Like, it's not
but
I've never
exclusive.
not gotten $1,500 for an ounce of gold. Every time I put gold up 1 ounce, I get at least $1,500.
Then change the narrative a little bit. So things that people can find just about anywhere that still has value. That's part of it.
But
too.
there's plush that are worth. I sold a $98 plush this week. I sold
don't
an
disagree.
$80 plush this week, and I sold a $60.
Dude,
so show those.
I
Let us
just-
see
But
where to really
listen,
spend
I
money.
want to sell a Tweety Bird on my Flipper channel because it's not just about flipping. There's a big audience
Aesthetic.
out there that watch it for the nostalgia
The
and all
pop
the other
culture.
stuff. They do.
Just the weird, creepy '80s references. Yeah.
I sold a record. Oh, Carrie, you said, "Oh wow," a minute ago.
No, I
You were
wanted to
looking
say
down.
something.
Did
I
you
wanted to
find
talk about
Wimpy?
my sales because I'm never included because you guys
Okay,
assume I
so-
don't have any. Well, guess
Okay,
what,
let's hear your
guys?
sales, Carrie.
I
Let's
don't
hear it.
have
That's
any.
not. I have quite a bit. You can go check my eBay. It's public record. But I just sold. I think I got this down
Plumber
in Florida.
Girl 7.
Plumber Girl 3. Okay. we just sold. Dave, you'll appreciate this because I didn't know what
Literally.
this was until I did some research. It's a cup, a Universal Studios Island of Adventure dueling dragons embossed mug.
Yes.
Sold it
Love
for
that.
$30 plus shipping, man, just now during
bought
the
it in Florida?
podcast. I think I got it in Florida at like one of those Goodwills down there
Nice.
for like
yeah.
a couple bucks. I don't know.
Yeah.
So Dave,
That was a great ride.
you don't put flipper videos on your Facebook page, do you?
No.
I put one on. I thought it would have some appeal because of the type of stuff that was selling. It was because that audience they're not all resellers. And I put one on that. Well, that's not the reason I put it on there. I put it on there because Rollo paid me to put it on there. But I put it on the Facebook page. And it did well. I had a flipper video do well on the Facebook page for really the second time. I had one other one do well.
That's really relatable to our viewers.
Yeah,
Cool.
I'm sure they love
I was
hearing
trying to
about your
make the
Facebook
point.
content.
No, I was trying to make the point that
It's
audience
a reselling
is different.
podcast, Kevin. Please keep it together.
No, listen, there's a lot of content creators. And let me do this hack that Harold Tornado told me about. For all you smaller YouTubers or bigger YouTubers out there, this ad hack has totally changed my life, Kevin. Have we told them about this yet? We should tell everyone who does YouTube content.
You do an
I don't
ad
think we
every
have.
10 seconds in your video.
No, not
every
10
10 seconds.
Here's the thing. And if you don't have a YouTube channel, this is going to make sense. So I'll go super fast. You should be placing ads in your videos every like 1 to 2 minutes. It won't actually show them every 1 to 2 minutes. It will show them when it makes sense to show them, but it will show them at the right times. It'll show them more often when it needs to, and you'll end up earning a little more money on your YouTube videos, like 20 to 30% potentially more money on your videos if you put more ads. That's all we need to talk about on the YouTube ads stuff. Anyways, a lot of people thank me for telling them about the membership thing, Kevin. That email that went out where they were given the $500 bonus.
Which I still haven't gotten, by the way.
But I think a few other people did, and that I alerted them to it. So I'm trying to keep them on the inside track. Those few content creators.
But me and Carrie wouldn't sell out for memberships anyway.
No,
Guys,
but listen, Kevin, I have an
Unless
issue
we make a
with what
lot
you
of money,
said.
then we would. If I'm
have an issue with what
guaranteed
you
to make
said.
money on
No.
it, yes. Immediately.
I agree.
Yes.
I agree with the whole I want to sell $10 Tweety Birds because they're cool and kitschy and my viewers like it. I don't know if I agree about the whole I want to sell people things people can find. Because I think people can find cheap, small items to sell on eBay no matter where they live. No matter where they live. And you seem to be implying... But you're saying you have to teach them about selling a $6 Tweety Bird. Like, you don't have to sell that.
Okay, Tweety Bird's a bad example, but there's a ton of people I wish yard sales were like yours around me. And I'm like, they stink around.
That's because, no, but the thing is, Kevin,
like entry level stuff.
Okay, I'm going to fix that, right? Every time, and you should say this on a Flipper video, every time someone says that to me, if I dig in, they're going to like 3 yard sales a week.
Yeah.
And all I have to do is say, I go to 30 to 40 a week every single week. And I see like 1/10 of them.
I average maybe 10 max.
Kryloff demands more effort.
10 a week, a year.
10 a week, yes. Okay, but still, they're not doing 10 a week either.
Oh, I don't disagree, but that doesn't mean they need to be like excluded from trying to resell. The biggest problem isn't even the 3. It's that they don't get out of bed till Carrie's been up for 3 hours. That's
not a good play, guys. That's not a good play. You don't want to start yard selling at 6 p.m. because most of the yard sales are done.
No, Kevin, my whole point is that everyone can find really good items out there. I just don't think that many people actually get up and go and search as much as maybe you do.
But there are areas that are, you've only lived in these unbelievable areas to pick, Dave. I'm telling you, man, there are places out there that are harder. They're just harder.
Big hustler.
And they have much smaller seasons for yard sales. I mean, you're telling me in Maine you can go out 30 weekends? You can't. No. They got a state sale.
The only thing I know is in Maine,
it's
impossible to find shoes in Maine because Renzi gets everyone.
Yeah, Renzi takes them all. You said that they can't find good items. And that they didn't have good items available. That's different than having a certain number of weekends.
No,
that's just whether or not the sales themselves are good.
Look, everybody can find good items, right? But I'm talking about garage sale type stuff that anybody can find. How many backgammon boards are out there at yard sales, right? I've sold 1,000 backgammon sets, not the whole set, but the pieces of it, and it's like it's just my thing. I'm not going to stop doing what I've done.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's not going to grow.
You're right about this.
Not going to evolve.
You're right about this being a bad angle, Kevin.
It is. I look fat. It's ridiculous.
Weird.
I don't look like Tim Allen in the Santa Claus.
We're seeing way too much of the Commonwealth package in this episode.
Oh, jeez. That's a good thumbnail.
Uncle Steve, get a better camera. Okay.
Wait a minute. I got one more point. The other point is something you've said, and you know this is true as well. Viewer sales and reading viewer comments is a much bigger part of my show than yours. 100%. And I want to read and react to people's stories on my show. They feel much more part of my show than they do of yours.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's all about you on ADHD.
Yeah. It is
I read their comments. I literally just read a comment today. I just don't get very many viewer sales. And
because you're not selling $5 ET pins.
Oh, that's true. Send me 100. You got them free.
Ivan, we'd all like a box of ET pins.
Ivan, send us all a box of ET pins, please.
Whatever. Look at Dave. Dave's getting free merch from people. That's true. Relatable.
I do get cards all the time. Merch. I just had a sale yesterday because of Jimmy Old School Flips. Guess what I sold, Kevin? You'd appreciate this. This came from Jimmy Old School Flips. It was a 1980s rookie card.
Oh.
One you wouldn't think is worth $40, though. It's kind of surprising.
Don Mattingly.
That's a good guess. It's the year before. It's a 1983 Topps.
Oh, he was 84. He doesn't want to hear it. He was 85. Mattingly was 85, wasn't he?
Mattingly was 84.
84. Okay.
But I sold
83. Just not strawberry.
You're right. Yes.
It was strawberry.
The reason it was $40 is it's the Topps traded. So it only came in the traded set. His flagship rookies were in 84. So that's why it's confusing. So it was
I never talk about cards, but I loved them when I was a kid.
Me too. And strawberry, like back in the day, you would think would be worth a lot, but now
and you
not so much.
You kind of hurt my feelings in your video talking about the wood grain 87 cards, and you're like, yeah, I kind of like those. That was awesome. The wood grain.
Well, they're amazing looking. Oh, dude!
I found cards.
I love it.
I found cards. Am I rich?
Probably
in
not.
This? How do I know?
You might have
Should we do a box break?
That's the kind of product that'll have like the Dead Sea Scrolls card and like a monk. It's just random.
I got these little things.
The minis. Like, what are they though? They're random.
Quito.
Yeah.
Landsteiner.
Johnny
Cabrera.
Cueto.
Yeah, see, I'm famous.
Like
now.
you'll get
Morris,
presidents, you'll
Arias,
get actors.
Clemens. Oh, really? Mr. Jeter, is he worth $1 million? Carrie, am I
Jeter's
rich
not
here?
bad. Let me show
Hey,
you.
speaking of, my wife's on Whatnot and Tim over the years show buying a bundle. I get this bit. I'm like, what is this? She's like, I know. I'm sorry.
What'd she buy?
A bunch of baseball cards from Tim. I'm like, what are
Really?
you doing?
See, like, look at
Hey,
these
I got
random cards.
Yastrzemski. I got Yastrzemski.
Yeah, so look at these random
Yastrzemski.
cards I got, since
Oh,
everybody loves
Yastrzemski.
cards here. Look at these random cards I got yesterday in a pack.
Alice
Joey
Cooper?
Ramone. Joey
Oh,
Ramone.
That was close.
I got Butch Patrick from the Munsters.
Oh,
We're just
check
holding
it
up
out.
cards, guys. We're just holding up cards.
Joe Lewis.
I got Brownell.
I don't even know who that is. She
Some
might
girl.
just be an employee.
Softball
Sometimes they do
player.
employee cards.
It's the founder and CEO of Result Based Fitness. What a random deck.
She must have won a
Oh,
contest.
dude, I got a hamburger
Hey,
or
Carrie.
something. A
Yeah.
ham sandwich.
Dude, you got a sandwich card, dude. The bread card. You got the bread insert. Stupid.
You
I
know-
love it, though.
Do you know it had to be a softball player up there? That Brown,
Yeah,
whatever
must
that
have been.
is. Do
No,
you,
she was
do you
the
know
CEO
who
of the
Doc
company.
Richardson is? Carrie, have you ever heard that name?
She was in the female baseball league, right? Wasn't she like from a league of their own or something?
She's probably the best softball player, her or Finch, ever.
Jenny
Anyway,
Finch would probably
I'll
be
tell
the
you about
number
it
one.
some
Yeah.
other day.
There we go, Carrie. A little boy in a costume of a dinosaur.
Exactly.
This is a
See,
really
that's what I
weird
love
deck of
about Allen and
cards.
Ginter, though, because they do just
Yeah.
weird slices of life.
Kind of like my show, and Dave eliminates all the cool stuff.
Yeah, but the thing about
From
your
his
show
show.
is like this slice of life we're doing right now, it's organic and it feels real. Yours are so scripted. I've been to your house. You have a whole
Hey, you know what, dude? Carrie,
I am
someone
scripted.
told us.
It is
Someone
scripted.
told us what he does when he turns his camera off. He's
I don't
spitting his
wanna
little
know.
tobacco thingy. You know, he's
Yes.
spitting his
it's
little
not
tobacco
There's
thingy.
no tobacco. I did.
I heard.
I'm making a confession here on the show. I chewed tobacco for almost 30 years.
Yeah, but now you're like
You're
snoozing or
addicted to that
whatever,
Zen
right?
stuff, and I saw on the TikTok that it's not just for that stuff. It's also good for erectile dysfunction stuff. That's what I saw.
Why are you looking that up, Carrie?
Dude, that's just my TikTok. I get that kind of stuff a lot. I don't know why. It's a medical problem.
Dude, okay, so we were talking about sales, and I wanted to tell you, Kevin, and the reason I was saying that anyone can find good stuff. I went to this random sale at what did Uncle Steve call it?
Dave.
A baby neighborhood, like just all baby stuff.
He called it Baby L, is what he called it.
But yeah, just all baby.
The first time
stuff.
I ever heard that was Chernock said that to me.
Oh, okay.
He's like,
So I
"Ah,
went to
it's
one of
Baby L."
those, and they had just one little box of records. I picked out a bunch of them. I talked about them last week, how they were worth good money. I sold two of them this week, one for $120 and one for $130, just for records I paid $1 for in a baby town. So you never know. Like, even if you think you can't find good stuff, you just keep going and going. You might.
How
find
does a
some good
baby
stuff.
lease a house? Like, how is that
Carrie,
done?
Can I tell you why? And I'm not like one to downgrade Kevin's achievements, but I've
do.
achieved
Please
something
do.
that even
Please do.
Kevin has not achieved. I have received an award.
No,
An award.
here
Yes.
we go.
An award
So
that
proud
some
of you,
would
my
say is
friend.
better than a silver play button, and I just wanted to show it to Kevin and just see how he feels about my Emmy, my primetime
Emmy
award.
Award winner.
Literal
Dave is
primetime
a
Emmy
part,
award for
officially a
engineering.
part of the Hollywood elite. Emmy Award winner, David Bredberg.
This podcast officially has an Emmy
Yeah.
Award winner on it
Dude,
and a silver play
This would
button.
Just
be
to
more
say,
appropriate
has 3
on the other
degrees.
podcast.
The AI Picks podcast has 2 Emmy Award winners.
Yeah,
and I'm
Barrett
not one
also
of them.
has. Barrett has also received the same Emmy. Barrett actually walked up there and held it in his hand. He actually has the statue.
You should
They
steal
only
it.
give.
You
They only
should.
give. Well, I'm sure he'd send it to me if I wanted to have it for a while.
No,
But
for a
there.
while.
Well, I mean, he wouldn't.
It's like
give
the
it to me
Stanley
forever,
Cup. You
probably.
got to
But
drink
honestly,
something out of it.
Barrett played more of a role in it.
I'm just
anyway, so he
happy
deserves
about
it.
this, so we don't
I have
have
an
to
Emmy.
have a daily,
an
weekly
Emmy.
complaint about Dave not getting it. That's what
I
I'm
got my
happy
Emmy.
about.
Dave
I got
complained his
exactly-
way to a pity Emmy. I love
He
it.
called
It's
me
like, just
with
give
the-
him one.
He
They
called me
printed
with
it
this
out.
ridiculous story. I'm like, what? You know, he's like, and then he's like, oh, I got a package in the mail. Let me open this, and that's what was in it.
You
I'm
know
like,
they
"You're
just
so full of crap."
photocopied that. That's not
Kevin
even
was there.
official.
Kevin
That's
heard the
not even
reaction.
official.
No, this is real. This is literally signed by Frank Sherma,
Oh,
the head of the Emmy.
The CEO of Emmys?
CEO, chairman of the Emmy, primetime Emmys, whatever. I don't know, the Emmys in general.
Well, I think it's impressive, Dave. I think you should.
Thank you.
I think
I
you
was
should
pretty
have.
proud of
I think
that.
you should get an Emmy to go with it.
Like I
actual,
could no,
yeah,
so they
I
sell
think you should.
reproduction ones. I could literally buy one and put it on
Yeah.
my shelf. I don't know. It feels like cheesy, but
It's not
the
cheesy.
thing is,
You just,
so let me tell you,
got it. You should have
they
got it.
only give out 4 statues,
Mm.
right? They only give out 4 statues.
So they had
One
to
of the
pick.
statues went to my boss, and then the other 3 went to current employees. But honestly, with the 3 employees they picked, they still would have gotten them over me because they
Yeah.
had more of their hands
So
in it.
that's
and I
the
would
thing.
be like the
It's
5th
like
one
same
if they had
thing
a
with the
5th one.
YouTube thing. It's like here's your button if you want to buy them. Maybe you have,
Yeah.
I could get one to Turner. I could get one to Ray.
Yeah, but
you
would
can
you
buy-
have
that's
gotten-
legit?
Would you have gotten
Yeah.
to 100K if you didn't get the bump from my TikTok channel, pushing your channel a
Probably.
little bit?
Probably faster. No, I probably,
You probably would have. That is actually very true.
no. And this worked. Hey, speaking of Carrie, have you changed your stupid email yet?
No. Why would I
Ponzi?
do
It's
that?
not Ponzi anymore?
It's still Ponzi 1939.
I mean, we have a meeting on Thursday, and I gotta send this
It's
stupid
embarrassing.
email.
I know. It's
You
so
can-
This is
embarrassing.
stupid.
Ponzi.
Just do American Arbitrage cards at Gmail. I have a card.
Okay.
Oh,
all right.
there you go. Perfect.
There you go.
Oh, that's perfect.
I'll write
Okay.
that down.
That is good.
If you guys
Okay,
want to
so
email me about possible card sponsorships,
If you wanna sign Carrie up-
cards at gmail.com.
if you guys want to sign Carrie up for adult websites, like someone did to
just
me,
double check with me, I may already be subscribed. So double check. We don't need to double up. We don't need to pay for something twice.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I love that.
No,
Listen,
that's actually a good pitch though for the AI Picks podcast. 2 Emmy Award winners on it.
2
and
Emmy
someone with
Award
3
winners,
college
and me.
degrees.
It's
Yep,
amazing.
So it's pretty exciting. I really hope people
We
like
talk
it. Carrie.
about depressed
I really
Harrison
do.
Ford in the first episode. It's amazing.
you guys
That
are
is
gonna
true.
like. I don't even know. Dave.
Kevin didn't even like it. Kevin, we sent him the episode and he didn't like it.
That's not true. That's not what I said at all.
You said you fell
listen,
asleep.
I'm just saying the first episode because you're doing introductions and stuff. It's like,
Yeah.
I think it'll get. I mean, look, you both are
Death Pile Picker
witty,
liked it.
talented.
Death
Well, you
Pile
sent it to
Picker
people
liked
already?
it. I sent it to a few people that I wanted their feedback, people I respect. So I sent
You
it
sent
to,
it to Mike?
Mike, Kevin, and Rod. Mike, Kevin, and Rod, and Brandon. I sent to those 4 people. And no one listened to it
No
except
offense,
for Mike.
but I don't
so
care what
now I
Mike
know
thinks about
I
it.
listened to
I
at
love
least
Mike.
30
Listen.
minutes of it. 30 minutes.
you haven't finished.
I was
it
in
yet.
It got
there
much better at the end.
15 times
did,
longer
actually.
than you were in Crazy Lamp Ladies Whatnot.
We should say that. It got much better at the end because Barrett got comfortable. Carrie got comfortable with Barrett. It was their first conversation.
Yeah, I had
ever.
never talked to
Pretty crazy.
Barrett.
Yeah,
ever
so it
until
took
we
him a little
started.
while to warm up.
and
But I
he
think
was
it got
shocked.
good
He's
at
like, "This is the guy on the podcast."
No, I think
Yeah.
by the
No.
end he really liked it. He really liked it. He was messaging me about it, so I think it's pretty cool. It's gonna be fun. Okay, so we're like, oh my gosh, we're taking forever. We got a lot of comments I wanted to get to.
Let's
First
do
of all,
it,
the
man.
Hot Duke wrote in. He
Listen,
said, "I want to thank Dave, Carrie, and Kevin for the sweet messages and donations to my wife Tina's passing." Which I'm not saying that to glorify us, but to let people know that the Hot Duke's wife did pass away, and we're very sorry for his loss.
she
And there
was at
is
the Trash
a
Cash Vegas bash.
she was
and
at the Trash Cash,
amazing.
super sweet woman named
Smiling,
Tina.
just amazing
Yeah.
woman, and I feel
Will
for
be
you.
missed.
For
And
sure, James.
We
I
love you
just
guys.
wanted to remind people that there is a way to donate to James if you want to help him with some of the expenses and stuff, and we'll put the link down below. What is that app
We
called?
did a
Zelle?
whatnot auction
It's a
for him the other
Zelle
day.
thing, yeah.
And Mike Camparelli, of course, as always, steps up
yeah.
and just
Yeah.
and that was
Yeah,
separate.
so if you want to support the Hot Duke, he's a great supporter of us, so definitely check out the link down
It's always
below.
easier to donate other people's money, by the way, when they do that. But I mean, we do stuff on our own, which we don't public. Well, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say it.
no. I
There you
got you. I got you. Yeah, I know that you use other people's money for your good works.
Well,
The pearly gates are going to be like, well, you kind of did good stuff.
listen, you
He
do both.
influenced others to do good stuff.
That's right. It's like the government. It's like
Yeah.
we'll take your money and give it to
Okay,
this guy.
I love this question from Dodgy Trousers. I also love the name Dodgy,
Dodgy trousers. Are there any other kind of
remember the
trousers?
Patreon?
If you're
Just
calling
love
it, if you're calling your pants trousers, you're probably a bit dodgy. Am I right?
Yeah. But he said, when you buy digital cameras or camcorders, do you look at the photos or footage on the SD card?
Sounds like something Dodgy Trouser would ask.
So, Kevin,
Kevin, what
what's
do you
your
do?
answer?
No.
The moral compass
This
of the show. What do
question-
you do, Kevin?
This
I don't buy
question-
digital. Ask Resale to Rome.
This question came across as I was looking at someone's photos.
Really?
I literally was listening at camera this
So,
morning,
I
and I'm
have-
looking
yeah.
through their photos, and I see that question. I'm like, yeah, I guess I do.
I've done it on the old video cameras, not the digital stuff, but where they had the actual little camcorder tapes. What do they call them? High eights or something? I don't know
high eights. Yeah.
And I would
high
watch
balls.
stuff like Christmas stuff and whatever. It's like, this is weird. Some people collect
fascinating.
that stuff.
It's totally fascinating.
Like
I totally see how people collect it because it's like you get to see this person's life. And like normally, like I'll just see, okay, is there anything on this? Can I sell the card with it? Usually I'll delete it. Like you don't want to accidentally sell something that's inappropriate or anything like that, or illegal or anything like that.
Like
so you want to like
triple
clear the
penetration.
card.
I pulled that out of one time.
What?
Oh, there's a short for you. You pulled out of a triple penetration.
I have a video. I made a short. I made a short of it. VCR.
You made a short of triple penetration, and you were pulling it out.
We cannot emphasize 3 separate penetrations.
There's a VCR, and you eject the VCR, and it's VHS, and it's triple penetration.
Oh my gosh, man!
Listen, I heard
if you would have told me 2 years ago, we would get Kevin to say triple penetration
6 times,
6 different times in the same podcast. I would have said, no way that's ever going to happen.
I have an Emmy, guys.
Gosh, we're the triple penetration podcast, guys.
Now we're going to get comments of people below telling us their stories because there's got to be a bunch of these out there.
I totally get it because I put it in there. I looked at the first picture and I'm like, hey, that's SeaWorld. I like theme parks. And I was like clicking through. I'm like, oh, they're on a roller coaster. Like they're on there. And then I go to the next folder and it's Disney. And I'm like, oh yeah, this is cool. This is cool. Like I'm just like, I was living vicariously through this SD card. I ended up throwing them away.
That's the problem. Like you just get caught up in those stories and then you're just watching people's lives. You end up just losing hours of time. You're in a room peeing in a bottle. People are checking on you. You got to be careful. It's a
I don't know where I heard this story. It's related, but it was on. It might have been Instagram. I can't remember. But somebody was telling the story of being in an estate sale and grabbing a bunch of pictures, and at the bottom of the stack of pictures were a bunch of nude pictures, like homemade nude pictures.
Yeah, that was mine.
And they brought it to the
they
people that
dropped
were
some of those off at every thrift store.
And said something about him and whatever. And
it was like the person's aunt or something.
Oh, right? It was like grandma and grandpa, and they're like 80, and they're right there.
But
and they're like, oh my gosh.
They weren't 80 in the picture.
No, of course not. Yeah.
Well, why? Of course not, Kevin. You have something against granny nudity?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
People can't be naked, Kevin?
They can. They just
2023, bro.
Granny.
You and your swinger friends are still taking pictures.
If you're old and you want to be naked, guys, do it.
Just do it. Just be nude.
Just do it.
Actually, I feel like I'm going to be nude more when I'm 80. I'm just not going to want to bother.
It's going to be harder to want to clothe yourself at that age because it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. You're going to be thinking about those times, those triple penetration pictures, and then you just.
I mean, I have found inappropriate stuff on things, like not anything illegal or anything, but definitely I've found inappropriate things that I was like glad I hadn't sent out. So now it's like either I take the card out and I just toss it in the trash.
That's probably, or, to be fair, that's probably like the best thing to do. Just throw it out. Don't even look.
Right?
Don't look through it like some sort of weird person like Kevin or
voyeuristic weirdo. Yeah. No, that's true. There's something.
Have a little self-restraint, guys. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's right. What are you texting someone?
No, Kevin? I'm looking to see if they still let you sell it.
If he still has the picture, so he can
Well, I used to buy. Yeah, I see someone here. I used to like look through the recorded VHS that people record stuff off their TV, and sometimes it was cartoons, and people like to collect those old ads.
Yep.
And you used YouTube to get some decent money, but at one point I remember reading like that eBay was cracking down on you selling those things.
There are a couple TikTok channels or videos I've seen where like they show the old VHSs that are found at a thrift store. You could definitely make a really cool like YouTube channel based around cool, wholesome and fun or whatever, just interesting videos.
Look, here you go. A lot of 80s used blank VHS cartoons, movies, Pac-Man, Disney, ADS. What's ADS? I don't know.
David's.
But
I don't know.
Just commercials and stuff, and people buy that stuff.
I would
ads,
watch
Kevin.
Chip and
ADS
Dale
is ads,
Rescue
Kevin.
Kevin. Ads.
ADS is ads.
Well, it was
literally
the only thing that was
talking
capital.
about.
Nothing was capitalized
that,
except for ADS ads.
It took me a second. I'm ashamed. At least I was the quickest, so I'm feeling a little better about
ads.
that. Yeah.
ADS
so superhero headquarters. Superhero Headquarters said, I still love the idea of the ADHD channel. Superhero Headquarters, what part of the country?
You're just sitting on the bidet doing a live review. It's a live review channel, Bidet Dave.
You could write off the bidet.
There.
That one's got a little
Grundle action
tinge to it.
Right off the toilet paper.
What part of the country do you want to pick that you have never been to? Said Superhero Headquarters.
What was the first part of the question?
Where would you want to pick that you've never been to in our country?
There's I learned about it on Garage Sale Nation. There's a big sale in Montana once a year. I know Troy goes to. I like to go there. Or the Pacific Northwest. There's a few out there.
It's tough because I feel like there's different kinds of picking. Like New England is a different kind of picking, and if you haven't done it, you should. But I've done it, so I feel like even though I've picked in Connecticut, I don't need to pick in New Hampshire or Maine. But they're a lot of much. You can find a lot more antique, older stuff up there. Yeah. Because Kevin, I don't know if you knew this, but they were some of the first colonies. Were they called colonies back then?
Plymouth Rock.
So there's that. I tried to get into history, and Kevin's rolling his eyes. But when I was a kid, we found a lot more antiques up there, but I didn't really like that.
I have two.
And then I feel like in Vegas, I've done L.A. L.A. was decent, Carrie, when we did that.
LA's not bad at all, especially if you get near. You would think it wouldn't be that great because it would be more expensive, but like the Hollywood, Disneyland area, like I found some really cool stuff, like Hollywood style stuff, Disney style stuff that you can only get down there. Stuff from the park.
I still think my best place I've ever picked is Kentucky. Like Kentucky, you just have so many good finds that are like, I don't know. Every time I go there, I get big scores.
Well, Dave, do you remember in L.A. we were talking to that, L.A. looking dude who was like, I did photos with Priscilla Presley, and then he had I did a movie with this lady in Saw, and she autographed the head, and then I broke it, of course, but I still bought it.
You did. I broke something there too.
Yeah. But that dude was cool. You know where I want to go pick, guys, and you can guess. It's not for thrifting. It's for my other channel.
Okay.
I want to go to the National Card Convention in Cleveland,
Ohio. Yeah.
I have never been to a National Card Convention ever.
Well, that's the one you missed because you were coming to the FlipCon, right?
You just want to be recognized in there.
Yes,
dude. I heard it. I was
talking
to a guy who went to that.
I heard it from you best. You said you love the power that you feel when people recognize you, and I feel the same way, Kevin.
I heard it. I hate it, but I heard today.
And they know you hate it. They all walk away thinking, "Oh my gosh."
I'm just so uncomfortable.
They're usually like, "Where did Dave go?" That's the usual.
No, I was with Rod, and I was just like totally zoning out and shopping. And the guy leaves, and I was like, "Sorry, I totally ignored you. I have ADHD." He's like, "Yeah, I know what to expect from you." I said, "Okay." It's kind of good. They understand, that I'm just a terrible person. But no, I talked to a guy this week, Carrie, that went to that. He's a big card guy, and he said that the National was horrible this year because it was way too crowded.
Here's the thing about the National: why it would do well, why I would do well, and why I would enjoy it is I'm not going looking for the big cards where all the crowds are. I'm going with the 70 to 80-year-old guys who are looking through the dollar boxes and the quarter boxes.
True.
And we just tell stories about the old days. That's what I'm looking for.
No, I've seen you. You ignore those guys. You're like competing with them.
Oh, yeah. There's elbows. There's elbows at every box.
Yeah, you're like fighting those guys.
Yeah,
you got any more comments? You said you want to get through.
Yeah. Well, what the flip did I buy said winters in Wisconsin can be rough. There likely won't be much out there between November, March to April. This is going to be my first winter as a reseller. What would you personally prioritize? Should I have multiple options on a weekend? Church sale, estate sale, Goodwill, non-Goodwill, thrift, or Goodwill outlet bins?
Goodwill's
so for me,
there.
We'll take turns. Well, they said they want you to put them in priority, Kev. They want you to put them in priority. Yes. You and always start on the left. Carrie, you're first.
I personally would go, especially if you're new, go to the Goodwill bins. You can learn a lot faster. You can take more chances because you're not spending as much. And honestly, you make the money in the buy, so even if you make a bad buy, you're not going to lose much.
Where do you
Estate
go second?
sales are great, but they're typically pricey. But if you do go, you might get some relationships.
You can learn if you don't go to buy.
You can do all of them. You can go to the bins during the week and Goodwill during the week, and on the weekend go to estate sales.
She's saying on the weekend you have only one option, and that's the bins thing, right? You don't only have the bins on the weekend, so do the bins on weekdays.
Yeah.
And then if you have, literally, she put church sale in there, so you go church.
If you
sale
have
first.
A church sale,
yeah, you church sales first, above estate sales and the thrift. To me, not the bins, but normal thrift. Church sales at the top there. So your church sale. Then probably estate for me, then a normal Goodwill. Obviously at the top is bins, but you don't need to do that on the weekend. Do it on the weekdays.
No,
Yeah. So church sale. Church sale is better than estate sale.
Yeah, for
usually,
sure.
almost always.
I think the number one is set up a fake donation bin in your local area. Go talk to different, different supermarkets. See if you can just set up a bin and just sit there.
I
and
was
wait for
going to
people
say
donate
one
stuff.
thing, and I think I've mentioned this before because I've seen them before. Is just go get somebody to make you a bunch of those corrugated signs, and just put like, "I buy stuff. I'll buy your attic. I'll buy your basement," and put it everywhere and see what happens.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you could try to do personal or private picks and stuff like that. That's true. I
If
know
you're-
that. Kevin, you said you have some coming up, right?
Me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
a
said you have some
couple.
private
I need
picks.
to have more.
Do you wanna
If
talk
anybody wants
about
to sell
the,
me stuff?
How much
The
do
footage
you
gate?
pay?
You want to talk about footage gate?
Yeah, how
I'm
much?
still
How much do you
depressed.
pay the extras in your yard sales when they come on set?
Yeah, right. Listen, yeah, Dave. I'm gonna make a little video about it. I don't normally do Dave style
Okay.
videos, but I'm gonna do a video where I talk because I tell you, it's got me on tilt. Like seriously, like I'm like depressed because I've lost footage, y'all. I work all year. I only yard sale maybe 30 weeks a year, and then in the wintertime I take time off and I sell. But I have enough footage for content. I lost at least six weeks of content. So now I
How
got to
many videos is that? How many picker videos?
12.
5,
12.
10, 12?
Mhm. Yeah,
12 picker
that's
videos. That's a
the
lot of
worst
picker
feeling
videos.
as a YouTuber
Yeah,
right
I
there.
hate that.
It's terrible. It's happened to me too. Not
That's
quite
like
as
when
bad.
Pro Picker did the cops were called and accidentally had it in like hyperspeed, and you couldn't hear what the cop was saying to him.
I had a
Oh.
video that had that happen too because you get funny stuff happen to content sometimes. But I feel like, see, I'm not creative like Dave here or artistic or anything. I have
Amen.
no
Yeah.
ability,
Amen.
and so to me, that's like I put in a lot of work into conversations and people. There's tons of people who think they're going to be in my videos and they're not going to be in my
You
videos.
just use them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, use them. I mean, they're just people saying hello and whatever, and they're like, I can't wait for it to come out, and it's just not going to come out.
Then you
I'll
just
have
cut
it.
them out, even though you
Gone.
know what mean. Oh, because you lost. Okay.
And so
Have you
many
done that
videos.
on footage that you kept? You just cut them out because they weren't good enough for the footage.
Kevin, you know what? He got a comment on the, and it's funny that Carrie wasn't mentioned, but we got a comment on the podcast that says, seems that Dave and Kevin's picking video shows are all about picking items for whatnot auctions now.
No,
Yeah,
come on.
you guys have changed a lot. A lot.
Yes, that's the feedback, Kevin. That's the feedback.
That's what people want to say. 'Cause
I know.
they
I
don't
love
like what.
Kevin didn't even like whatnot. Now that's all he ever talks about or does.
That is
Really?
not true.
I mean, it's
Two
not
shows
true,
a
but I
month.
said it.
I mean,
Carrie, did you have enough time to talk about your sales?
There's
Because there was a comment saying
part
Carrie
two
never
to
gets to
that.
tell about his sales.
No,
Did you
no,
talk
I don't.
about
I don't
enough
feel
of
like
them?
anybody cares, man.
It
you have
actually
any bigger
gives me.
ones?
I don't want to interrupt. Yeah, I do. It gives. I like it because I like picking up weird stuff that might not sell on eBay, but I just like it, and so I'm gonna buy it now because you can get money for it. You can get your money back. So it has broadened what I pick. There's no doubt about that. Totally.
Look, I sold something
Well,
that
Torch said whatnot's for lazy people, Kevin.
Torch hates us, by the way. Can we just take a moment to shout Torch out for constantly saying mean things to us, especially me?
How can you be an A's fan and wear disgusting Dodgers
You know
hats,
what I
Torch?
did? Because Dave, what did I do when somebody said something like that? Like Kevin tells me I
You
look
said
silly.
because I went to a Dodgers game and collect hats from games. I don't have blind loyalty.
Guess what I
you
did
said.
today? Guess what I spent $35 on today, Torch?
An A's,
An
A's
exact type of hat like this for the A's so that you can stop calling me out and you could just be
Oh.
here because you love us and you
Is
want to
that
spend
is
time
that
with
the
us.
A? I have a hat. Maybe I wonder if it's an A's hat.
Here,
I'm gonna
I'll
go
show
get
you
it
a
while
sale,
Kevin
guys.
says his
We
thing.
made today. First off, yes, Don found this at the bins. Kevin, look at this. We sold it for 55
Oh
bucks.
yeah, nice. I like it.
Sold it for 55 bucks. Vintage Tupperware pink mauve dusty rose 5-piece canister set, kitchen set, guys. 55
Dusty
bucks
Rose.
plus $20 shipping. We got it at the Goodwill bins for like whatever that would have cost. $7 maybe. So are we great at picking? I would say so.
This isn't the A's. I've realized now.
That's the
I thought it was
California
the A's,
Angels.
but it's the Angels.
I
Not
found
the
a really
A's,
good Angels
so.
hat today too. Like
That
a
is
cool,
a-
like,
Kevin, I found a
90s
hat.
style.
Early
I found a
90s.
hat you'd like. You like
I
that
don't
one?
like the angel hat.
The 3P hat.
I like the angel hat
3P.
better.
You like the Angels hat better? Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a
It's
basketball
symmetry.
team? Kevin, do you even like basketball at all?
I mean, I grew up watching. I mean, Chick Hearn, Lakers. I love that. The quotes and all the stuff. I was a big Laker fan, but now
There you
I don't care.
You were like
Hey,
the Magic
wanna-
Johnson of Yucaipa.
Do you remember Chick Hearn? Yeah, right. Do you remember Chick Hearn? Carrie,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
have to remember
the
Chick
announcer.
Hearn.
Yeah.
My favorite
do.
line, except for when he, Dave, you can just ignore this for a minute. Besides when he said that shut the refrigerator door, I used to laugh. He said, "I don't think Jesus and all the disciples could have beat the Lakers tonight." That was my favorite Chick Hearn line. I went to one Dodger game, Carrie. One Dodger game in my life.
Play basketball if they got time to train.
I went to one Dodger game.
I have a newfound glory bassist
dude,
card.
newfound glory, dude. That's
Grushka.
remember that dude who always dyed his hair and was crazy on the
I don't know
bassist
who
or
that
whatever?
is.
I've got his card.
Dude, newfound glory.
No, okay, so I wanted to just say this, guys. One last piece of useful information for the show. Lad said there is a dark mode plugin for eBay on Chrome. So for those of you who are trying to get that dark mode, it is possible. Is there anything else we want to say in this episode other than make sure to check out the AI Picks podcast on Friday?
I just want to. I want
It's going to be all day on Friday.
I want to shout out Kryloff and may you bless us with sales this
pick.
week. Oh dear, sweet Kryloff.
How's that podcast doing? Are they getting 3,000
great.
views?
Probably.
Yeah.
No.
People will have to find out for themselves. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next